I think Chris has a
stream.
smart book for it.
Don't make me write down more ideas for smart books. You guys are gonna have to hide them so much from Cat.
Oh God!
To clarify,
What's this book? I haven't read this one.
to clarify, Romulus's sheer suction is more than enough to drink the bubble tea.
Didn't say how it was being consumed.
Not how you'd expect.
That's fair.
Oh, no.
So, just so you know, we are now live. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, I would like it known that Damien and Kay were advocating Minotaur bondage.
Yeah.
Moo moo.
Oh.
Oh, good grief.
I hate it.
Now that's what I call a rump steak.
Oh no.
oh no, that would just be the name of the book.
If you want to go down this road, you will not like how it ends.
Sounds like a weird in world like quiz show that.
Right. Anyway, session's going well so far. We've been off for a week. We come back and it's chaos. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crabby DnD. I am here with Simon.
Hello.
You, Jamie.
Hello.
Jamie.
Greetings.
Suds.
Hot.
And Harlan.
Hello!
Welcome. So, unfortunately, we are missing an Infernal today. He will be missed. Yeah, I don't know what he's got, but he's busy. It's not like it's a problem. He's not dying or anything, as far as I'm aware. So it should be all right. But
There's a possibility he's dying.
there is a possibility something's going on. I have no idea. He just said he couldn't make this week. I think he's got exams. So yeah, we'll play it like that. So yes. Yes, welcome back. I am out of touch. We've had a week off and my brain can't figure out how D&D works now. So be careful with me. Or not be careful. Yeah, you know what I mean. See, I've already.
No, I get you. I get you.
Yeah, brains all.
Be
brains
gentle
all
with your
fried.
DM, people.
Yes.
This is the one opportunity we've got to, break the DM.
No,
should
'cause
we
you gotta
capitalise
remember
on this?
We already tried in the intro to the
He'll
session.
pay off the dice again. I don't want that happening.
I will pay off I will pay off the dice again. Yes. See how wet I got you last time.
Oh god, no, not first session flashback.
Now, Simon, you've made me I've just realised something. Last session, you had terrible luck with your rolling. You're the only person who challenged me to make sure to ask if I'd actually rigged the dice. I'm kind of scared that there might actually be a cosmic digital thing interfering with our game. I would say give us a sign, but rolling a d100 sounds too random. And if we get a 1 or 100, I'm going to be scared. So,
I mean, you can't stop
worry.
me.
Okay, go on there. Where is this d100? All right.
I mean, it's Suds rolling, but if he gets a
38.
38? Yeah, that's fine.
Simon still hasn't rolled. It doesn't count.
86 or 89? 86.
89.
86. That's fine.
If it had been 69, then I would have been pleased.
Then we would have been like, oh no.
Oh no! It's a...
the digital dice demons, they're getting a bit randy. Anyway.
And they're fucking legends. Oh.
So, shall we
That's
begin?
weird. Oh no. Don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Don't like what?
My ability to move around on here is like slightly oversensitive now, and I'm not sure I like it.
Okay. Maybe
Good to
something
know.
that changed in options. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, last session was a blowout, wasn't it? Enough joking around. Last time. Kay, Lloyd, and Romulus. And Vinny, of course. found themselves wandering deeper into their hunch of a direction, resulting in a living, pulsing dead end, mostly composed of ooze, but this dead end didn't seem too thrilled with being attacked by this skulking crew. After an intense and rather dangerous fight, the party gathered at the crossroads once again, licking their wounds metaphorically and not physically. Well, maybe for some of them, while figuring out what exactly they want to do. You all sit currently exhausted from the most recent events. With Vinny, you're showing signs of blood soaking into your previously white shirt, and Romulus leaning forward as to not touch his acid-burned back against the wall of the inside of the storm siphon. You gather yourselves momentarily while discussing what you're going to do cuts through the current silence of this underground location.
Excellent. So,
I'm sorry, I forgot everything that happened. I'm just too busy
Well,
screaming internally in pain.
I think we need to escape. That was the
escape.
Yeah,
that was the
I think
idea. We're all well. I'm okay, but you guys are all in pretty bad
Well,
shape.
Damien, in that case, you can be going first. Quick
Well, I'm
march.
happy to go ahead, but somebody needs to go up. I guess up the ladder here.
No,
maybe.
no, me and Cat can't fit through the ladder.
Oh no! Somebody needs to take one of our ropes with them so that they can haul us out the crater, because it's going to be difficult when we get there. So
I got it.
yeah,
But,
Okay.
like, what? I mean, they could come back with us and just scale the crater. But don't necessarily have to go up the ladder if they don't want to.
well, we're
Taking
going to
no
have to try and
chances.
haul you out.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, get out before me. I don't know how
you
you're
know, we're
planning
gonna
on
have
doing
to-
this.
We're going to have to get a crane for you, Cat.
Wow, are you calling me fat?
Don't
No,
worry,
we're
I have
calling you
idea.
quadrupedal.
I will go.
Oh,
Taking 3 minutes into the
I'll-
session and I'm already insulting another player.
I'll go with you if you don't mind, Kay. I think a light breeze might knock me down at this point, and I don't want to be a liability to you down here.
Okay, so I'm just defending the Minotaur and the Centaur.
and Lloyd.
Oh, there's a Lloyd that is here in
Spirit.
body and spirit.
Mhm.
Is he though?
He's channeling the heart of the cards.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I can escort you guys along through the sewer, and whatever both of you do back there. I mean, Lloyd's not going to interfere with any rats, but please don't interfere with any rats. I don't need to deal with that again.
We will do our very best to avoid any and all rodentia.
I would rather not fight anything. Nope.
So, is that a plan then? So Kay and Vinny are going to go up the ladder, and have either of you got rope?
Have you? You should be in your
No.
inventory if you do.
I
Vinny?
believe
What
I do.
is
I'm
rope?
just going to double check. Yeah, I've got some rope. I can
Okay.
throw it down to you.
Okay, I've got some rope as well, but it was just a case of I just wanted to make sure that you guys have got some so that the plan might work. And you guys have got. Have I used one of my torches already? I used it last
Yes.
session, didn't I? Oh, I
You
gave it
used
to
one
Lloyd,
of them,
didn't
yeah.
I?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Lloyd's
it's
probably still got it.
true. It should burn out soon though, because of the
Yeah. Okay,
natural toned life.
I'll
of
pop it down
torches.
to 8 on my inventory. I might light another torch as well, unless Cat or
Currently,
Romulus
Lloyd is
might?
holding a small light that's. Oh no, not holding. Sorry, there's a light at the end of his staff, which is lighting the area around for the next
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have light.
55 minutes.
Okay, that's good.
You do know that the trek here was about an hour and a bit.
It'll get us most of the way.
Yeah,
we
and
don't need
I can
light.
always light a torch if necessary. Okay, that sounds like a
Let's-
plan.
Okay.
Let's move.
Okay.
Okay.
Kay and Vinny, you're heading back up on this ladder.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to poke my head out quickly to make sure there's no one watching before we go out.
Go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
Perception, that is 10 total.
10. Okay. You otherwise kind of poke your head up, lifting the sewage grate or the manhole cover a bit, just taking a quick look around, making sure not to catch your horns on anything. You otherwise do a quick glance around. You don't see anybody in the nearby vicinity anyway.
Okay.
I have a special way I
Bird is
want to
fine,
leave the
head up.
hole.
I can already tell I'm not going to enjoy this.
No, this is gonna go one of two
Okay.
ways.
So, Vinny, you otherwise lift the manhole cover and you kind of pull yourself up and out off of the ladder. Okay. Okay.
I am going to spring up from the hole like a dwarf from a hole in the ground.
Roll me an acrobatics check. Did you also default back to orange?
Oh my goodness, I did. I know.
Natural one.
I stopped rolling because I wanted to change my color.
It still counts. You, you, in this instance, seeing this opportunity, you spring up, and Vinny, as you're otherwise climbing out, you watch as there's a K flying towards you, and you're holding the manhole cover in such a way that he's going to just bang his head straight on the top of it. You have a choice. You can either throw the manhole cover off, potentially making a lot of noise and attracting attention, or you can let him hit it, doing 1 point of damage to himself, and then there will be a lot less noise made.
Oh.
The consequences of
off.
actions.
What was that?
I'll
What's the
throw it
choice?
off.
Okay, you throw the manhole cover off. I guess make perception checks for these
Consequences for my actions.
two now. Okay, the manhole cover clatters to the ground. As it does so, like Kay springs up out of it and just not deftly, but nearly slips up and falls back in before you kind of catch his hand and you pull him out. And as you go reach for the manhole cover, you hear a voice from not too far away. Hey, what's going on? And kind of, you see a plague knight otherwise wandering over as he otherwise wanders toward the two of you.
Oh, we're gonna get purged.
What were the two of you
Hello.
doing down there?
We help
Oh, we were
look
just
for source.
taking a look around the sewers.
Just taking a casual look around the sewers.
Not a casual look. We were looking to see if there was anything going on down there.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's not a lie.
I know. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a
Yeah,
persuasion
don't know anyone's
check.
names.
Heard there was a sweet party down there.
Well, I got a bloody undershirt, you know.
I mean, we did find some drugs down there. Kind
Yeah,
of.
we told them about that.
What, magic mushrooms from this?
2. Okay.
Well, we found 2 dead drug dealers.
Hold on. Yeah, that's a 7 total. Hang on a second.
Okay. The Plague Knight looks at you and puts his hand on his weapon, to which he otherwise. There's a moment before you hear what sounds to be like almost like a piercing, or not quite a scream, but a really high-pitched whistling sound. Before you kind of watch as 2 more figures round the corner nearby, also additional Plague Knights, and you suspect that he had some form of whistle on the inside of the mask, which he just used. To which you watch as he otherwise kind of takes a step back. You're going to come with us. You're going to answer questions for why you were down there, truthfully. Not saying I doubt you, but you're not telling us everything.
You don't have to ask us. You can talk to Abbot Tracy.
He pauses for a moment, looking at you, kind of squinting his eyes.
or Vincent, they asked us to take a look around down there.
We'll verify
They know
with them
you're
first.
they know you're short-handed, so every little helps.
You're still coming with us to the hospice. From there, we'll discuss.
Bada boom.
Just go with them.
All right, fine. We will go with you
I
to
was
the
gonna say, Romulus,
hospice.
you're not there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just gotta
You
eat.
are...
Saying this as loudly as I can without being overly obvious.
Okay. At this point, what is the party down here doing?
Guess
Probably-
we should go.
Yeah, probably about to stop.
Just gonna start sidling away back down the path we came.
Okay. I would say I would like each of you to roll me a stealth check, as one of the Plague Knights otherwise looks in and kind of is going to listen in for what's going on down here. It's cocked.
Stealth. I mean, let's be
Is only
honest.
one of you rolling a stealth check?
I-
Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently
I-
me.
Are we trying
I-
to be stealthy? Yeah, well, actually, I'm
Disadvantage.
not.
Are
too-
you?
Yeah,
Like I
trying
said,
to be
my
stealthy or
my
no?
thing's being
No,
a bit
not,
funny. so
not
trying to
really.
get
I don't think I
off.
need to be stealthy, do I?
Wow, Romulus, well done.
Yeah.
That's a natural one on Lloyd.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
well.
I got a 9.
Yeah, quickly check the dex of this character right here.
20. I got an unnatural 20.
Okay, versus the total of -5 on Lloyd.
Oi.
Oh, yikes. I mean, if I see the guard, I'll wave. I mean, that's as
Okay.
far as it'll go. I
Okay.
don't realise we're in trouble.
Okay, as you otherwise keep moving, not necessarily stealthily, you move past the otherwise previously vacated rat's nest. Not choosing necessarily to move stealthily, and just moving away. You otherwise hear the sound of squeaking initially, to which you watch as Lloyd, who's currently in the front for some reason, otherwise kind of lets out just a general, not scream, but sound of exactly that. To which you hear a call from above, and Vinny and Kay, you also hear this also, where the guard at the manhole cover goes, "Hey, we've got more of them down here."
Hello, we'll meet you at the other hole.
Hey,
Okay. The two with you, Kay and Vinny, one of them holds onto both of your shoulders quite tightly, as the other one lets go and just immediately heads towards the manhole cover as two of them begin climbing down the walkways here, or down the ladders here.
I
What
could
are
have
you all
just
doing?
asked.
I'm not gonna try and run because, well, you know what happens when you try and run from authorities.
Well, the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, they might be coming down because they've seen that there's trouble and they're going to come and help escort us back.
They're gonna purge this entire fucking city, but yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna burn the whole place to the ground.
Yeah.
Let's
Maybe,
be
maybe not.
let's be as discreet about this as we can.
Just walk.
Yeah. I will wait there. And try to give off an air of nonchalance.
I mean, as long as there's no evidence of slime. I mean, there are the two bodies down here, which is this eyed slime coming out of the bodies?
No, they were killed, and the stuff faded fairly quickly last time.
It doesn't fade because you're able to harvest it.
Hmm.
It sticks around.
But how distinguishable is it from normal sewer goop?
Considering that it was on the walkways for both of them, it's more the fact that it was on the walkways that is the concern over the sewage goop. At this point, the sewage goop could be, in this instance, it would be very difficult for you to discern the difference. The fact that it's on the walkway and it's in clear, almost kind of lumpy, almost piles of jelly.
And the fact
Hard to
that
say.
I think we
is
should
the
head
sewer
them
wall
off.
just- is the sewer
Yeah,
wall
let's
still
let's
black?
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We'll go over to where they're coming down the ladder and try and
Talk them out of it.
minimize their view on us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what are you doing in this instance then, Romulus?
Yeah, Romulus is going to go over and meet them.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
following.
Okay, I guess me and Lloyd are staying over here, and you're just going in the darkness. Or are we
and-
coming with you?
I will be acting to be
Lloyd
like.
will go with if you go with.
I guess
So I will
we'll
be here acting
hop
essentially as a
along.
sight block more than
Okay.
anything.
Yeah,
And if
I'm gonna
anyone
stand
wants
here.
to clean it up whilst they're behind me,
I'll say that you get to about here before this one steps forward, as Lloyd is going to attempt to. Well, he's got the light. Is going to attempt to try and shovel it off because he needs to pull it over the 1-foot railing.
greetings.
What you all doing down here? We got your two friends up there apprehended.
We're investigating the
Apprehended.
sewers
We're
under
investigating.
the guise of the abbot. It said we'd come down and make sure that there was nothing down
The
here.
guy of the abbot.
Well, under the words of the abbot.
The
I mean-
purview. We are acting under the purview of the
There you
abbot. Myself and Kat behind me are part of the Cataloggers Guild, and we have been asked to do some investigating. You're more than welcome to verify this with the abbot and Vincent and the professor, if you'd like.
Mm,
Also, the
We're
construction
intending
workers.
to do so.
Now, is there a
He-
problem here?
He's going to take a glance, and you're imposing disadvantage, as you are intending to block line of sight here, as he's going to attempt to glance and see the remainder of your troop. Not necessarily to see the slime.
God, please, Lloyd, be fucking competent.
Can I just like go here and just be obnoxiously close to this gap?
Do what you
I'm
do
gonna
best. Annoy.
Just
Okay,
get right in there.
I'm just going to roll
Distract.
for Lloyd to otherwise scoop this up. Oh man, the rolls this session have been pretty rough.
Oh God, how bad.
Well, that's a 2 on Lloyd's part. And
That's not
okay.
great.
he, with a strength score of 0, he begins shoveling slowly, and it keeps slipping between his fingers as he's trying to lift it up and over the barrier as best he can, trying to keep it out of view.
Whilst holding his-
However, while he's got that light going on, the guard kind of looks past you around the edge, like through the sewer to see what's going on. To which Lloyd, but where he otherwise looks around, he squints as he almost sees the light and kind of covers his eyes a bit and just goes,
I would like you all to wait here. We're currently going to verify this with the abbot. Your friends upstairs were...
Could we not be here? Because it is rather disgusting.
We have got an entrance or an exit that the builders created for us, another manhole, and the two up there can point you in the direction to it, and that's where we're planning on coming out.
I, myself, and Kat can't fit through the ladder.
Hmm. I think your knights might still be near that hole, potentially. I mean, they were there trying to settle the citizens when we made it, or the
There was a
builders
pretty
made
large
it.
explosion in that
He-
direction, so you
he
might.
he turns around to the other one with him.
Go through and see if you can find wherever this manhole cover entrance is. I'll go with. If I don't come out and you don't see me on the other side, assume that they've taken me out and start burning the place. They might be trying to cover something up.
The other one nods and kind of climbs up the ladder.
All
I'm-
right.
Whilst this is going on, I've just gone over to Lloyd because I've noticed that he's struggling, and I might help.
Yes, trying to shovel goop through his otherwise noodle fingers at this point.
Is there anything on?
Oh, you have a
I'm-
shield.
I'm happy to help.
Okay, you're going to help.
If
Okay,
you have like
go
a
ahead.
cloak. You're wearing a cloak, right? How much do you care about that cloak?
A lot.
All right.
Yes,
Um,
it took us at least.
You
half
know
an hour to
what?
try
You
and
know what?
find the right
I know
colour.
exactly how I'm going to keep this guy distracted. I'm going to be doing the awkward shuffle thing of like going, oh no, oh sorry, I'm trying to no, as he's trying to
Okay,
get
I
past,
would like.
doing the awkward shuffle.
I would like Romulus. Please make me a. Oh,
Well, what do you want to call this, Chris?
a performance or acrobatics check?
I'd prefer acrobatics because my performance is not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, a performance or acrobatics in this regard. And Damien, I would like you to make me a strength check with advantage because Lloyd is going to assist and try and help just pushing it onto the shield.
Oh, that's a 7, so I'm not doing too great.
Yeah, things are looking fun over
It's
here,
just
but
because
give
I'm
me a
quite
second.
large.
Because
and
no one's rolled double figures this session, not even me. Like, the guard rolled a natural 1 to see you guys, so if Lloyd hadn't rolled a natural 1, he would have missed.
Am I adding my... It's a modifier, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
So your
okay,
strength modifier.
that's a 9.
If it's any help, I am very large.
In this instance, as you're trying to otherwise you're doing the shuffle thing, as he's otherwise moving, trying to maneuver around you to a certain degree.
Sorry.
Just trying to get
Should I
past.
just jump over? Should I just jump over onto that side?
There's a
Would that-
moment where he just kind of grabs your shoulders and kind of turns as if to turn with you, so there's no like shuffle problem.
Mhm.
And as he moves around and otherwise sees, there's a moment of where you just hear this whoosh sound as the slime hits the water, which has just been shoveled off. He, however, doesn't notice. Okay.
Everything is.
Simon,
Oh,
I think your roles have carried over, and us taunting them like this has been a bad idea.
we've angered the dice gods.
Yep.
Uh-oh. This is going to be a bird session. So, you... Darn it. He otherwise shuffles around and looks at what's going on before kind of taking a step and just goes,
Excuse me, please.
Hmm? Oh,
Oh,
moves
right,
past you,
yeah.
and just kind of moves up and seeing the two of you, Damien and Lloyd, just kind of stands around.
Do you know your way out of here, or do we need to otherwise find our way out?
Oh, we'll
I
go
know
back
the
the
route.
way we came.
We know the route.
Very well.
Oh,
Lead on.
Be
Okay.
aware, there are rats about the place, and they are most unpleasant.
This is out of
There
character,
are
but I'm
rats everywhere.
out of character, but I'm so tempted to lead them to the distillery.
Oh God!
Okay, funny, but also I will die.
Can't say I'm in not much better position.
Okay, Damien, will you be walking first in this instance?
I guess ahead of Lloyd, yeah.
Okay, one ahead of Lloyd. Okay. He does still notice the body, as he otherwise kind of looks down.
Is this someone you killed, or someone who was here, or something that was here before?
They were here before. Actually, do we still have that letter?
We do have the letter.
We
I have
do,
a
yes.
letter. It's I think something happened to do with a drug fight, or I'm not too sure.
Feels they were
Me.
perhaps smuggling some stuff.
He otherwise kind of kneels down, inspects the body, kind of has a quick look over it.
It's an old body, not too old. You said you found a letter with it?
Mm-hmm.
May I?
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Okay.
Does.
I don't think there was anything purgy in that letter.
No.
It's more a question of can he read it?
No, it's basically just go south.
Yeah, what was it,
essentially the
Sylvan
thing.
or
Yeah,
Elven?
It was written in Elvish, but the script is Elvish, which Sylvan correlates with, so you can translate potentially. Takes an intelligence check on your part or comprehend languages. He otherwise looks it
guard read
over. I'm just double checking that now because their languages. I don't know if this language covers it. Languages on page 123, the best page. It does, but he has to make an intelligence check.
Open the door, get on the floor, turn to page 394.
4. Well, there isn't that many pages in the player's handbook, thankfully.
God, I wish there were.
No. Make the book so heavy I could just about fit all the books on my shelf as it is. Okay.
The shelf has to make a strength saving throw.
Every day.
It fails.
He otherwise looks at it.
I see. Right. I'll be holding on to this for evidence for the time being. You can have it back once everything's been verified.
That's fine. I mean, we've read it and understand what it is, so I mean,
If
we
there
don't
are
really need it.
Quick question: if there happen to be any bounties on, if we can identify the bodies at any point, if there happen to be any bounties on them, would this count as like a finder's fee thing?
He pauses for a moment.
That's not something I typically handle.
Fair enough.
You'd be more pressed to ask the Flamekeepers. Anyway, we should get moving. If this place is crawling with rats, it's better we keep quiet and we keep moving.
Agreed. Lead the way, Damien.
Okay. So, I would like to ask what pace you guys will be traveling at, and you have a choice here. You can either travel stealthily, which will mean that you'll be moving at a slower pace, but so it means it will take you a little bit longer to get there, but you'll be a lot more naturally stealthy. You can travel at a normal pace, and you can try and be stealthy and quiet, but there may be chances that you'll fail at that. Or you can run there at a fast pace, or move at a fast pace, but you'll have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I think we should be aiming towards stealth because
Yeah.
fucking rats can't deal with them right now.
What armor is he wearing? The Plague Knight.
Looking at his armor, I would say go ahead and make me a perception check, given
He's
the nature
wearing-
of their
Can I do
natural
that as well?
accommodation.
Plagued
Yes.
armor.
Plagued armor.
Perception check.
That one was bad even by my standards. I'm
Oh
not-
my
Man, single
goodness.
digits still.
What's
I've rolled the only
going on?
double digits, and it was on a intelligence
Can
check.
I roll a
Apparently-
perception on this as
Oh,
well?
I'll take that back because I mean that's a -1 on my behalf. That's a 5.
That was a
Okay.
I
perception
don't know
check.
armor.
Yeah. Looking over their
No,
armor.
five.
22.
22.
Six.
All right. Cat, you don't know armor very well. That doesn't help with you too much. You don't know as far as you can see, and from his look, he's wearing some form of like metallic shirt, perhaps, and then kind of a fabric cloth over the top of it. Damien, you've seen individuals of a knightlyhood or otherwise soldier or military-esque garments. These don't necessarily match it. You've never seen anybody wear uniforms quite like this, and as you otherwise look, where it's mostly got like this cloth, almost fabric that runs over the top of the armor, you can't really tell what the armor underneath is. Whereas Romulus, you've got more of a keen ear for this. And as you're otherwise kind of traveling and you are watching him begin to move, you do hear what sounds to be kind of a very light, kind of metallic rapping as he moves. Almost like a little bit of just almost like a metal breastplate moving backwards and forwards. He's not wearing chain, which will be loud. He's wearing kind of a solid sheet of metal underneath the fabric cloth that covers over the majority of his armor.
Ah, a cuirass.
Yes. Okay. And you continue moving for some time, being stealthily. Meanwhile, Vinny and Kay, you are up on the surface, currently being held in place by this one guard with his hand on both of your shoulders, holding you tightly. Are you remaining stationary?
I'm getting food.
Are you reaching into your bag to get food? Is that what you imply?
Yes, I am reaching into my bag to get my food. I am hungry.
Oh,
I am
oh,
showing
no.
that I am hungry. My
Okay.
stomach is growling.
Okay.
This small feral
Go ahead.
rat person is growling at him.
Go
Mm.
ahead. Go ahead. He doesn't know he's a rat person. All you know if he's feral. Go ahead and roll me your choice of sleight of hand or athletics.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
He's rolled
Okay.
double
In which
figures.
case, this will be contested against his perception.
I
Come
have a
on.
feeling you rolled a net 20.
Just okay.
18.
Okay. Quickly and easily, you kind of reach into your pouch, pull out like either a strip of meat
Oh,
or an old
cheese.
dry pastry.
It's cheese. I still have some
okay.
cheese.
Yeah, you have your piece of cheese. You pull it out. You kind of quickly, like, uncatch your mask with one hand. Just kind of shove it into your mouth and close it back up again. He doesn't seem to notice. He's currently too focused on looking at the manhole cover. It would seem.
I'm hungry.
Do you say that out loud?
So,
Yes, I say that out loud.
Well, you can wait.
so are we going somewhere, or
We'll wait to see what happens first, and to make sure they both come back up.
That'll take a while. They'll have to go around.
Then we'll wait here.
He waits for a few moments.
Dun,
You watch as the other guard, or the other plague knight, otherwise kind of pulls himself up, and the one with you looks over.
What's going on?
The one who kind of steps up.
He's gone with the other group that's down there. There's 4 more of them. He said if he doesn't come back up, just to report it to the boss and prepare for a purge. Right, I see. In which case, you're coming with us. You two will head with us. We're going to head to the hospice. We'll get all of this verified and sorted out and see what's going on. You see anything strange down there? Not that I was aware of, no. It's just disgusting down there still, but it's to be expected for something that's been abandoned for several years. They said there were rats crawling around the place, so it might be worth a look down there at a later time. Especially if the attacks are still going on. Might be something we're dealing with down there. Understood. You too.
Oh, the rats are a little bit challenging. I wouldn't send anyone down there alone.
Yeah.
The guard looks at you.
They do have a tendency
Almost
to swarm.
Swarms of rats.
Yes.
There's a lot of rats down there then.
Nothing knights I couldn't handle, I'm sure. Just be careful.
No, it's good information to know. If they're swarming and there's large numbers of them, they've got a food source down there, which is dangerous.
He looks at the other guard almost momentarily.
I'll take these 2 back to the hospice. You go report to the commander what we know. Might be worth sending a kill team down there to see what's going on.
Food.
He nods and otherwise wanders off.
Can I make a
So,
note
to the
of which
hospice.
direction he goes?
Ooh. So, in reference, you know that you are currently here.
Yes.
You travel up this way, otherwise heading in this direction towards the hospice. He breaks off going down this road. To where beyond that, you don't know.
Go in that direction. Okay.
I bet they're in the bank.
Yes, of course. looting all
Turns
the
out
money.
plague knights aren't actually doing this to get to like cleanse the place. It's actually just a big scam to steal all the money.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
big heist.
Yeah, they're
Steal
digging
all the gold.
underneath the bank, and they're gonna like steal all of the gold, which is in another plane of existence and isn't
They
actually
started
there.
the. They started the.
They don't know
bleed
it.
and
They don't know it. No, that's fair. Maybe plague knights aren't intelligent, but he rolled an intelligence check so well. All right.
That was just luck.
Plague Knight's doing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. So you're otherwise led to the hospice, the 2 of you. As you otherwise see the hospice beginning to come into view, you can see that the plague knights that are currently there, just on the exterior of the hospice. The earlier morning events from the same day still, despite it being so many sessions in. You can see that the plague knight who was otherwise preparing food has prepared food and is currently dishing out bowls of soup to various individuals, and otherwise handing off large quantities of what look to be just chopped vegetables and just general other kind of bowls and pots to other individuals, other plague knights who are otherwise wheeling carts to locations, along with what look to be just some volunteer help. You see the half-orcish individual currently travelling with them, just currently lifting one of the carts and beginning to lead it with a small group of plague knights into the various areas of the city as they begin to disperse. The one with you otherwise leads up to the cook, and seemingly the others begins to step up, and the cook otherwise seems to turn and goes,
Is everything alright there? We found these 2 individuals crawling out of the manhole cover for the sewers not far from here. Yeah. They're supposed to be down there. They helped us out earlier with our ooze problem, and they're currently investigating it. Right.
I'm gonna give a friendly wave to them.
I start to give a wave. I start to give a wave, and then kind of like wince and like grab my side because I am hurt. I am hurt. Like
Okay. Okay.
The rats.
Oh yeah, I forgot, Vinny, you're on 1 hit point, aren't you?
he's on 1 and I'm on 2.
To which point, the cook otherwise looks at both of you and just goes,
You two don't seem like you're in the best situation. Here, bring him here.
to which the individual kind of lets go of your shoulders, like releases the grip a bit, and kind of gently guides you two to the cook.
Here, this should warm you up a bit. Have something to eat, have a little bit of a rest. Hopefully you'll be able to recover from there. What about the rest of your friends?
Too big to get out of the manhole we came out of.
So they're going
they're
to
making the long way round.
They're taking the long way around. Okay. Okay. After you've eaten up, take these to the destination. I'll have him go with you. And when you arrive at the site, make sure that they get some of this. If you're all beaten up as bad as you two are, it might be good for you lot.
Oh, thank you.
I have to find the
This is
best
one of those
time.
classic delivery quests.
I have to find the best time. He gave us bowls, right? Bowls
He gave both of you they gave you both bowls with, remember, all of them are theys, because you can't tell their gender necessarily. They aren't marked, and there's no way to tell. You
Go up to a plate night. What's in your pants? Sanitizer!
Oh God!
Purity! You are I regret saying that.
Febreze.
Flamethrower. Just like, what's my backup?
So, you are both handed bowls of what look to be just kind of a regular meal. You can see like there's chopped vegetables in there, although they look a little bit soft. They're still cooked. There's a stew of some form, or a soup.
Alright, I gotta find the best time when nobody's paying attention to try and eat this quickly.
Okay, so you're holding on to yours for now.
Yeah.
Vinny, do you begin eating yours?
Yes, I will. I'll attempt to eat it relatively quickly, but
Okay.
I'll take a little time to savor it because we've
Okay.
been through a lot.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d8 and add 4.
Oh. It's healing stew.
Okay, you recover 10 hit points.
These people know what
Yeah.
what they're doing. Can we hire one of them? Can we hire the cook?
You want him?
I wish I had no money.
I was going to say hirelings are a thing.
I've just got this image now of Monty Python and the Knights, except rather than having somebody accompanying them with a lyre and a bunch of coconuts, they've just got a cook following them.
Just
making
got a
healing
cook,
stew.
yeah. No.
You've heard of a bard of music. Now get ready for a bard of cooking. A symphony of flavor. I have just decided this is my next character.
Romulus must die now. Make preparations. So,
You
You know what? No, I'll just do another barbarian and be Gordon Ramsay.
Oh wow!
that's why you rage.
Oh, crikey!
You fucking donkey. I would
Where's
like to
the
praise
lamb
them
sauce? Ultimate
go
weapon,
into a
idiot
rage.
sandwich.
You got to be a path of zealot for that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fair.
Okay, so at this point, the cook otherwise turns to your small you two, Vinny and Kay.
Alright, take this small cart with you. You should have enough supplies for you and your friends. Take it to them, make sure that they eat up at the very least. It should help recover any injuries that they're suffering.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Thank you. That was delicious. I'm gonna turn to the knight who's with us. Do you eat this well every day?
Sometimes. Why? Are you looking to join? Your friends already got the identifying marks.
Just gives like a little tap on the mask.
I might consider it if this is what the catering is like. Anyway, shall we?
Let's.
I'm just really loving the idea of these two guys like going up there like, ah yes, we've apprehended these two who are clearly doing something shady, and then this guy immediately tells them, oh yeah, they're meant to be down there, like, ah shit.
It's like,
So, you're otherwise led off, and as you're on the surface, it's easier and you don't have to take a convoluted path. You head straight to the other manhole cover where the hole was otherwise blown open. Otherwise arriving before the rest of your troop, given the fairly unproblematic situation back at the hospice. Taking the food with you. Kay, go ahead and roll me a perception check, and this will be for opportunity to devour your food without being seen.
That is a 9.
You kind of take a few steps back, away from the guard, as he's otherwise kind of walking more with Vinny. And as Vinny's kind of just striking up a small conversation, you kind of take the moment, you begin to eat up. Vinny, go ahead and roll me a performance check if you wish to, unless you have other plans.
I'll try and.
I will say you notice Kay begin to fall back to try and eat, and the guard does initially take notice and does seem to be noting that Kay has taken a step back. Whether the intent is to look there, you do not know yet.
Okay. Yeah. As much as it means to just annoy this guy, as to distract him, I will try and strike up a conversation with him.
We've got double figures.
Yeah,
It's the first one.
performance, that is-
Hey, I did a good stealth earlier, it's just
That's
it
fair.
didn't matter because of the nat 1.
Hey, I got a decent sleight of hand.
That's true. You did.
That's a
Into the
14.
double digits. Okay. You, otherwise, kind of beginning to strike up basic conversation. You distract him momentarily as Kay, you take this opportunity and begin to eat your stew. Go ahead and roll me a d12 plus 4.
Oh, it's the hit die.
It's
Oh
your
god.
hit die size.
I need to hire this man.
9 hit points.
I am on. Yes, 11. I have double digit HP.
Okay. Okay. And you otherwise make your way further towards the hull. I would like Damien, Kat, and Romulus to each roll me a d6 for me, please.
D6. That's
I'm
very
sorry,
fun.
what? All of us?
All of you. That's a d8.
excellent.
It's the white one.
Yeah, so I'll just roll that for a while and then
Just roll that for a while, and then roll the correct one. Yep, that's fine.
Aye,
skip the
aye,
score
aye,
on the
aye.
that one.
5!
Oh no, it's got exactly the same.
Okay,
I
5,
don't know what a 5 means.
5, 2, and 4.
5, 2, and 4. Okay.
God, please tell me that I'm not going to get murdered by rats again.
So,
Be down to me, if so.
okay. You proceed along the pathways, leading back through the sewers, the smell otherwise not necessarily picking up. But as you are travelling along this otherwise darkened area to a certain degree, as you watch as Lloyd's light is beginning to flicker close to the end of the journey, you light a torch and otherwise strike it up. The Plague Knight otherwise keeping an eye and looking about the area. You're all travelling stealthily, and there doesn't seem to be anything which does travel along the area with you. But
Yes, a giant butt appears.
Ah, my arch nemesis.
Romulus,
Oh no.
you notice Lloyd would, but unfortunately he's not here, and I can't have him be told a secret and then him not have the ability to tell you, so I'm going to tell you instead.
Oh.
Because it's unfair. You otherwise catch something, as you otherwise kind of catch something out of the corner of your eye from the back of the pack. The light flickers off of something. You don't get quite a good clear view of it and out of your peripheral, but you do see it.
Mm.
Do you wish to look back?
Yeah. Yeah, I look back. I'm at the back of the queue, so I'm the least likely to be seen looking
Correct.
back and doing something. So I'm
Yeah.
willing to take the risk on that.
Yep, that's fine.
Ah, the tippy-tappity of secrets.
Yep, which the stream can't hear because of noise cancellation, so it kind of just means it's silence for them.
Now,
music.
I'm just wondering one thing, Chris. I do have some hatchets. I like to think I'm a fair shot.
Do you want to?
Do I want to?
Notably, it is across the water.
Oh.
There's
Ooh.
no way for me to do that stealthily.
Correct. It would also be at the very least, 3/4 cover from this angle.
Yeah. You live today. I will keep moving. Keep moving.
Okay. You continue moving. Some time goes by. You make your way past the next area in question, the other T junction, and you otherwise begin making your way back down from to the entranceway that you'd otherwise blown a hole in. As you're traveling, you pass by what look to be the bodies of the kind of the rat carcasses that have been that have otherwise been killed. And you kind of keeping an eye out for you, Romulus, as you're otherwise keeping an eye out for everything that's been going on. You don't spot anything else out of place as you do make your way, as the group makes their way back, uncontested, it would seem, back to your original location. As you arrive at the otherwise cavity in the ceiling above, the otherwise warped and broken ladder that leads out of the sewer, or out of the storm siphon onto the surface, where it's otherwise been shattered at the top, you can hear the sounds of what sound to be more of the Plague Knights just up above, beginning to have discussions as a rope is slowly lowered down just before you arrive.
Convenient.
Still love to know how you're planning on getting me out of here, but
Well,
I'm just
you
gonna
know how
yell out and ask.
you
if
know
they've
how
got a
I've always
train.
told you that you need to work on your upper body strength. Now is
yeah.
an excellent time to practice.
Yeah, but when you gave me that axe to cut the wood, I mean, we saw how that went.
Yes. I'm still not sure how you managed to cut the axe, but not the wood.
Well, that wood was tough, okay?
No. I suspect what we will have to do is we will have to essentially make some miniature stirrups to get your front hooves in, and then have you hang on with your arms as well whilst we leverage you up, hopefully with someone, probably me, assisting from behind.
Strength checks. Yes. Okay.
I was
Well,
going to say, if we're looking to always get her out, if your friends have got the rope, like you were saying, we could just tie a rope around her horse waist
That's-
and then otherwise lift her up.
That's fair. I also have additional rope, so
I've
we've
got
got
some
lots of rope.
Does anybody know a lullaby to sort of make sure that she doesn't panic?
I won't panic. Just
Give her a rat.
You say that the last.
give me a rat.
Give her
Okay,
a pat
from
to-
above, the
I-
rest of you watch as Kay kind of leans over the edge and just shouts, "Give her a rat."
I
I take it everything was okay then?
I'm kind of yelling up at UK.
Yeah, They
Alright,
yeah, learned that we were supposed to be here.
right. Sorry for doubting you all. Do you have any more rope we can tie around multiple times around your friend here to lift her out?
Yep, I've got it right here.
Whilst
Like I like to imagine like at least 4 of us pull out ropes of varying sizes. Like,
Varying
yep,
lengths and sizes.
I've got 2 separate 50-foot ropes on me.
Yeah, but isn't one
I'm-
made of?
One's made of extremely strong spider twine.
Yeah,
I've
I was
got
gonna
50
say,
foot
like, that would
hempen,
be-
yeah.
that would be great for this.
Yeah. I'm not wasting that on lifting up Cat. We've got plenty of normal rope.
It's not like it's gonna not be. It's not like it's gonna be used up. It's not a consumable escape rope.
This is
No,
true.
I'm gonna eat it.
Of course.
Look, I'll just say, with how we've been rolling this session, I don't want to risk it.
All right, no, that's fair. I understand that.
Whilst
Okay.
this extrication progress is going on, I'm just sort of keeping an eye down the tunnels.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
That is, I think, a 7. Hang on, perception. Yes, 17.
To clarify, Chris. Sorry, you deal with Damien first. I just want to check something later.
That's fine. You can check. I'm just going to type something to
Okay.
Damien.
What colour have all the rats we've seen so far been?
Typically black and grey with a few browns mixed in.
Tasty. I mean, pulpy. Pulpy and put onto a ship. Kind of like, you know. Okay.
Okay. You keep an eye out and you're otherwise looking around. You don't see anything of interest, but you do kind of glance and see that.
Yeah.
To which one of the knights from above they're all throwing down some rope, and the plague knight that's down with you kind of looks at Romulus and then looks at Cat.
Do you need help tying it on, or are you going to be okay there?
He'll
I
be
think we'll
fine.
probably manage. I'll assist.
Okay.
I'll do the tying and get it sorted.
Okay.
This feels like a survival check thing, and that's kind of my whole deal.
Oh, don't worry, it is.
I don't like that box, Chris.
It's fine. I have 9 HP. Just don't kill me.
Someone. What's your modifier for survival? You're doing this with advantage as you are receiving help.
It's +3. Please, why are you?
Okay. I know
What?
the integrity of it.
Why must you make me feel scared, Chris?
Oh.
Right, but I am rolling this
You look at
myself.
You are. Oh no, I've rolled for the. No, that was the survival roll. You don't know the. You look at your survival. You look how well you tied it, and you go, "Yeah, that looks good."
Well, that's good because I did roll a 1 and a 10. I am. Fuck it. I mean, whatever happens, if the rope fails, the rope fails.
Cat's just going to take full damage. It'll be fine.
I will be acting when she's being lifted up. I will be underneath to assist as best
Act
I
as
can.
a brace. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, pushing her up as she's going, so there's less strain on the rope for most of it, and to try and keep her more stable.
Okay. Kay and Vinny, you two who are up at the top, you currently see what looks to be where there's otherwise 3 other plague knights around the area and 1 flamekeeper who's currently kind of standing guard amongst this quarantine. You can see 2 of the plague knights have otherwise they've taken the rope that you've given them and they've kind of wrapped them around what looks to be a nearby cart, like the wheels of the cart they've pulled into place. And they're otherwise standing behind it and they're beginning to prepare to pull to kind of help Cat up. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Cat, you have no solid walls to climb up except the one where the ladder is in place. The ladder itself is otherwise warped, broken, and made of very old metal. I would like you to... Why did it change my music? No, go back. Stop that. I would like you to go ahead and roll me
Oh, God.
a dexterity check with advantage. Or
Okay.
dexterity save with advantage, sorry.
I can do dex
You have
saves.
You have advantage because of Romulus, and then I'm going to have a strength check from...
There we go.
Hey, natural 20, okay. Doing the best with very little movement and trusting in the rope, you pull yourself up. You use the ladder as a little bit of guidance to stop the rope or yourself catching on the metal ladder that's otherwise warped and broken in places. You're otherwise pulled up and to the edge of the surface. The guards are each going to roll as they are going to be rolling for their own strength. And Romulus, I would like you to go ahead and make me a strength check as well. This is a cumulative roll between the 3 of you. So even if you roll low, there is still a chance that it will succeed.
My intention is to have a long rest after that. Oh no, I've run out of rage. Okay, that's fine. When did I use the second rage? Oh, who cares?
Use the first one against the rats and the second one against the cystics.
Right, so I did. Wow. Okay, it's
That looked
Okay.
good.
it's dummy thick, whatever it is.
Okay, some
if
good
it's
rolls
athle-
between
if it's-
all of you.
Is it straight strength or is it athletics?
It would be athletics for this. but
22.
Ooh,
Yeah.
my.
Yeah, with good rolls all round, you easily kind of pull Cat up and onto the edge, as she's otherwise pulled onto the lip of the crater itself. The guard otherwise climbs up the sum of the metal ladder before he otherwise kind of jumps up, kind of grabbing, and is otherwise hoisted up with what he can onto the lip above. Damien, Lloyd, and Romulus, you lot are next. I'm just going to have Lloyd try next.
Yep, I'm clearly going to wait till last because I know that the others are wounded.
Okay.
Plus
Yep,
I'm a knight.
easily enough. Even with his -1, Lloyd just kind of leaps up and, with the help of the people above, kind of pulls himself up and onto the surface. Damien and Romulus, I believe Romulus, you were going to be next.
Romulus.
Sure.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics or acrobatics check of your choice.
It is definitely going to be athletics.
The DC is 5. Don't fail you now. You're fine. And Damien.
You know what? I just parkour up there.
What's this? Acrobatics or athletics?
Or
these days?
athletics, your choice.
I think it's athletics, strangely enough.
Yeah, again, DC is 5. You're just trying to reach a ledge which is slightly above the metal.
Thankfully, that's a 7. I'm fine.
Okay, yeah, easily enough. You all kind of pull yourselves up onto the ledge, and with the help of the people above, you're all pulled up and back into the open streets, where you can see the Plague Knights are currently in place, and a few of them have kind of are beginning to not chatter amongst themselves, but are kind of keeping watch at this point, as one of the ones who was waiting there kind of wanders over. I will say, Kay, with your sense of smell and the fact that you've been there slightly longer, this seems to be the one that was escorting you around earlier before the other one took over. So the one that you're quote-unquote friends with.
I waved to
traveling
him.
with you guys for a while. Oh, he's been with you the entire time. He's been standing beside you. But
Oh.
You waved to him.
Yeah, I still wave to him. Hi.
Hi, what's the situation down there?
Rats.
Lots of rats.
Many
Lots of rats.
Mm.
Fun. Any oozes down there at all?
No.
What do we say to this?
No, loads of mushrooms. Don't touch the mushrooms. Oh my god. But there's rats. Rats and mushrooms. Mushrooms,
What kind
rats.
of mushrooms, if I might ask?
I start pulling out mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
One of them seemed to give me minor frostbite
Give me
or
a
something,
moment.
or
I need to go
necrosis.
I need to go and get my list back for this.
Let's see. That I marked down which ones I got exactly. I have the sponge mushroom. I have a brown and green mushroom. I have a rippling coral mushroom and a green tentacle mushroom.
Hold up. Say this one at a time. You have the sponge mushroom.
Some brown and green mushroom. A rippling
That's that
coral
one.
mushroom.
That would be. That one. Okay.
And a green tentacle mushroom.
A green tentacle mushroom. That one's further up, I'm pretty sure. And that's that one. Okay. 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 So you begin to pull these mushrooms out.
The eyes widen and they back away. Oh fuck!
Oh no.
No.
What are these?
Oh, no.
Okay.
He's a fun guy.
He's more dangerous than a fungi, don't you worry. So
Everybody want to party with a plague knight?
Oh, that's what I'm missing. Where did I put it? Sorry, I have misplaced my book, which contains the exact effects with each of these things. There it is.
You know, comedy clubs do really well when the Plague Knights come into town. The laughter is infectious.
Oh no!
I will murder you all. So, Okay. So, as you otherwise pull a number of them out, you begin to feel your hands begin to go a bit numb
Again.
again, as you otherwise pull them out. But yeah, you otherwise pull a number of them out, and you
Hey,
begin to
even
feel.
through my gloves?
Actually, no, not through your gloves. So never mind. You'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. You pull a number of these out. You kind of you show them off to the rest of them, and the others kind of all they look at them, half expecting some of them to like explode or something, as they do just look at you just waving around these mushrooms.
Right, that's an interesting collection of those.
We never pretended to be normal.
Yeah,
your,
it's true.
Your troop doesn't give off an air of normal, don't worry.
I'm just backing away from the rest of them, disassociating myself a little.
You're one of us
after
now,
they're done-
Damien.
Yeah.
Grabs him round the shoulder.
One
After
of
they're
Welcome
us.
to the Weird Club.
After they're done looking, I'm putting my mushrooms back.
Oh, also, speaking of the rats, did you have an easy time getting back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't come across
Okay.
anything.
It was quite quiet.
Good to hear. I mean, I guess that's the way we went.
Yeah, I
first
think
time.
we cleared them out mostly.
Oh, we have food, by the way.
Oh.
Yes, eat,
good.
eat. It's good
Yes,
food.
I could do with that.
I want to hire the chef.
Um,
I'm saying this out loud.
has-
I
has
want to
any-
hire the chef.
You can't hire the chef, but you can, eat. That should be fine.
I want to whisper to Romulus as I'm right next
I'm
to
gonna
him. Can
take
we,
some water from my water skin and wash my hands before I handle anything.
Hey, Romulus,
I'm
can
just
I borrow
gonna-
some of your water?
Oh, there you go.
Thanks.
I'm whispering to Romulus. Do you reckon we can take him with us, just without them noticing?
I think that's unlikely.
As you go to pour water in your hand to kind of wash your hands off, you kind of begin kind of pulling off the layers of blood, a little bit of like the stickiness from being down there. It kind of comes off in almost a congealed mess, and you begin to feel some of your fur beginning to almost cling. Before you watch as the guard who'd been associated with you for quite some time, the Plague Knight, you watch as he otherwise kind of takes his mace and kind of holds it out to you, and you can see the end of it is slightly glowing.
Disco
Place
light?
your hand on the end.
Okay, I do so.
As you do, you watch as your hand begins to light up slightly in like a few different shades, before you watch as he kind of begins to almost wipe them off with what looks to be a cloth in particular areas, and begins to almost clean it off in areas, before you watch as whatever strange colours were showing up are now gone.
I hope this means I'm now safe to eat.
You should be able to, yes.
Lovely.
Water's good for one thing, but we use these to help us detect if anything's wrong.
That is fair. I assume everything down there was just awful.
Possibly. Given the nature of it, it's quite likely. The rest of you?
I'm sure that my companions were smart enough to wash their hands before eating.
I haven't started yet. I'm taking my gauntlets off.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Vinny and Kay?
Yeah, sure. Let me take my gloves off real quick.
I'll
No.
just just put like my one actual my
Did
hand
you want
on.
us to touch the thing?
Yeah, he wants
You
to.
can, but if you've already eaten, I don't see what the issue would be.
Okay.
Kind of holds his mace out, with or without your gloves on.
I mean, I suppose
Ooh.
you were already wearing the gloves, so might as well wash the gloves rather than your hands, since your hands will mostly be protected by the gloves.
Who?
You, okay?
Me? Oh,
With or without your gloves on.
I am not taking my gloves off. Like that.
Okay.
That is a bad thing to do.
Your gloves light up quite nicely like a Christmas tree.
Oh God!
To which he kind of looks and goes,
That could be the mushrooms, that could be something else. Either way, I would recommend that you otherwise get yourselves cleaned up properly. We've got some cleaning facilities, and if any of you have stepped into anything down there,
I look down at
Bodies.
myself.
I look
Yeah.
down at my feet.
I stepped in
Yeah.
literally everything.
Okay, he otherwise begins to kind of use the mace almost like a scanner and kind of just goes,
Oh, good
Oh,
God.
God, no. Okay.
Oh, no.
You're all
I
going to
didn't
be...
even know we could detect that color.
You lot are all going to need to be properly cleaned up. Except for those who aren't suffering too much from this.
and otherwise begins to go over the majority of you. Going around in order. Also, Kay, as this is happening, you're feeling kind of, as he brings the mace closer to you, you feel almost this light, almost like zoom out feel, just a little bit.
Divination.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. As he goes around all of you, Kay, you are smothered in color. Quite a significant amount, in fact. And yeah, they're not best pleased as they do go around and just kind of take note of that. Romulus, you have quite a lot of color on you as well. In that regard, just almost head to toe where you've been affected quite poorly. Vinny, same sort of deal. Cat, you are otherwise less so around your hands. Quite a lot of small prints along your back, and a quite thick printing across your legs and just on the underside of your horse belly.
Why does
So
there
the
appear to be
rats.
evaporated rat all over your back leg?
I have
No.
no.
Damien, you are also quite significantly covered from the waist down, as well as quite heavily on your shield, mace, and hands, as well as little bits on your small splatterings on your face.
Wonderful.
And Lloyd is Lloyd is one big color because he was swallowed.
Does the knight tell me about my face?
Yes, he does.
Romulus, could I borrow your handkerchief?
No, don't. No.
Where are these
recommend
cleaning facilities?
We'd recommend that you get yourselves cleaned up. You should still be able to eat, but it's better that you begin to kind of clean yourselves up as best you can.
But it's
If
on
you
my
head back
face.
to the hospice, we can otherwise put some basins and get that all sorted to get you washed over properly. If you're
Somebody got
looking
my
for
bowl.
more current features, we can potentially delay it a bit and have you sent to...
Frick, what's the tavern's name? Or the inn's name? I should have it written down, but I don't. I do. It's just the wrong document.
Oh, where is it? God.
The one that we're at, or the other one?
The other one that's used for the quarantine in the top right corner of the map.
Pixie Mountain?
Different. Serving Giants. No, this is a different one.
And if you want to get yourselves more properly cleaned up by more of a professional team, then you head to the Moon Rado.
I don't know which one I should do.
Moon.
It all sounds like a
R-A-D-O.
bad idea. I don't want people to see me.
It'll mostly... For those of you who are wearing more of a enclosed outfit,
Looking at Damien and UK.
you two should be fine just to get your clothes washed and just make sure to keep your bodies clean otherwise, just for extra safety. We're not going to have anybody clean you necessarily unless without your approval, but we can otherwise arrange some basins for that sort of thing.
Okay.
I would very much like to be clean.
For some of you who might have more difficulties cleaning, not sure how it works with centaurs, but I can't imagine it's easy reaching underside of your body. You're going to need somebody else to clean you.
That's fine. Romulus, could you help, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
That
you.
should be fine. After you've all eaten, we'll get you back to the hospice and sort it out. The rest of you keep an eye on this hole. I don't want anything coming out of it if there are lots of rats. Squish them if you can. You know the way.
Oh, and
Oh, but Vinny and Kay, you came out of somewhere else. You didn't come from here. Where did you come out from?
One of the other manholes.
Yes.
One of them's loose. Which one?
One near hospice.
what was the
Closest
street
to the
name where
hospice.
you found us? Because that was I asked the one who came with us.
We believe it's tied to a drug.
So you think I make up street names?
Apparently, yeah, I think you're
Uh,
about to.
No,
The one-
I refuse.
Yeah,
The one near brewery.
We believe it's tied to a drug gang. We found a letter which your colleague has
Whoa, whoa,
acquired
whoa, whoa,
for.
whoa! Slow down. First of all, near the brewery, fair enough. For links to a drug gang,
Yeah,
Okay.
you've got the
Uh,
letter.
So we found a body in the sewers. Not certain exactly how long it's been there. There was a letter on it that alluded to it being part of a drug-running gang or organization.
do you have the letter?
I point to the
God.
fellow who came with us.
Okay, make me.
I
me a
point to the
percep-
one.
Okay, we came with him, and I was very perceptive about exactly how he looked.
Make me a perception check then. When in make me a perception check because they all look alike.
Really, even with my fucking 22, just look at him. Ah, fine.
This will be a slightly different one here.
All right.
Because at this point they've mixed with the crowd.
Oh no, that's a 9.
I know which one's which. It's the one that's not my
I
friend.
think it was that one that came with us, but I'll be honest, I can't tell. One of your colleagues has the letter.
Which
Can
one
you
of you
tell it?
lot has the letter?
There's a slight pause as one of them kind of wanders over.
I'm
and just passes
Spartacus.
the letter.
Thank you. Can any of you read it? I don't know what this
Oh,
says.
It's Elvish. Cat.
Hang on, let me. I've got...
Your comprehend languages has run out at this point.
Yeah, but I'll remember what it said.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
I'm just looking for my notes that are written down. Oh, okay. Do I have to make a check? Can't I just read from my notes?
Go ahead and make me make me a history check with advantage here,
Okay, I can do
given
history.
you've written it down.
That is plus 5.
21.
21. Yeah, by all means, go ahead.
Okay, so we've got 2 deliveries to be sent south to join the caravan, heading to Zaka's Crossing. Make sure the shipment makes it on time. We can't afford it to be late. And then I've got a hashtag bad words used. Fucked up.
Right. Right. Did you already? Have this already been reported?
Went to the other guard at this
I mean,
point.
we only just came out of there.
So it didn't come up with the other crew. Okay.
Mm-mm.
You take this letter to the boss. Make sure that she gets it. I don't want there to be any other issues with this sort of thing if this is referring to some form of business. Alright. The rest of you will get you to the hospice and get you cleaned up. The rest of you stay here. Go on.
Can I ask who the boss is in this circumstance?
He turns to you and kind of just goes,
Why? Do you know some of our people?
I've met certain individuals. I was more wondering if it's part of the. Is it part of the city or is it the leader of the Plague Knights?
No, it's one of our captains of the Plague Knights.
Ah. Are they in the city?
Yes.
All right. Well, if we end up having to meet them, it would be good to know their name, for politeness' sake.
That's fair enough. She won't stand out much. Her name's Alicia. She's a good leader.
All right. I will endeavor to. Okay. Well, it's kind of hard to tell you apart. If I can tell who the captain is, I will be sure to remember Captain.
The best way to tell who the captain is that she's got.
he holds out his mace for a moment to you all and just goes,
Ours have 4 edges. Hers has 6.
Ah.
Noted. Thank you.
So she's edgy. Good.
he looks to you.
Yep. Not as edgy as our actual leader, though. So you know.
Okay, I know that's definitely not the name I was scared of, so we're good with that. That's fine.
You saying that out loud?
No, I'm saying that to you, Chris.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. You are all led back to the hospice. It doesn't take long before you, as you otherwise arrive at the entrance once again. The cook otherwise looks over the rest of you as you arrive. I assume you've all eaten up.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yes.
Very careful to use whatever cutlery I
Use
have.
what cutlery
It's
there.
fine. I mage
touching
hand.
any part of me other than my mouth.
No, that's fine.
I'm using mage hand. I'm not touching it.
Okay, so Cat, roll me a d6 and add 4. That's how many hit points you regain. Damien, roll a d10 and add 4. That's how many hit points you regain.
Oh,
Romulus, roll me a d12
I-
and add 4.
I don't need to, because I'm only missing one hit point.
Nice.
You're only missing 1 hit point.
Yeah, I was on 9.
So yeah, you go back up to 4 then.
How many was it plus?
So
Four.
that,
Yes. Plus 4, yes.
10 plus 4 for me.
Nice. Lloyd got 6 plus 4, so he goes back up to.
I'm feeling pretty fucking healthy.
Yeah, we'll go back down then.
Yeah, no, not yet.
I would prefer to have a sleep first.
I want to get washed up.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Ice cream.
I'll volunteer to wash up for the cook.
No,
Oh.
you're not accepted.
Keep walking,
You're-
knight. Keep walking.
Keep walking.
Yeah.
You're otherwise led inside of the well, not to the inside. Sorry, you are led to the entrance of the hospice, where he otherwise kind of turns to you and goes,
Wait here, I'll go and get arranged for some bowls and something to be brought out. We'll just move you into one of the nearby areas and have you held there so you can get yourselves cleaned up. Actually, a number of you came from the serving giant, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We'll send you all back there. We'll get some medication for otherwise cleaning you up and have you moved in over there.
Okay,
Sound good?
cool. Yeah, because I want somewhere private to wash. I mean, obviously.
By all means, by all means. It'll be the same restrictions as before. No leaving without one of our lots. We still need to make sure we're keeping eyes and tabs on you from going in and out of the quarantined area.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fine.
I assume this is a tavern or something in the city?
Mm-hmm.
What is it in Emerald?
It's where us four all stayed, gesturing to 4 of us.
I
That's
just
Very nice.
I motioned to towards Cat and say that's where Cat poked Lloyd in the eyes multiple times.
Well, I
We
need
tried
to
to
know if
take
they were real.
Damien's not letting this meeting go by. It was too peculiar and too recent.
Fair.
I take Vinny slightly to the side, Vinny and Damien side to side, or perhaps at separate times, and just mention, whisper in theirs, I saw a perfectly white rat down there in the sewers. Now, it could be nothing, just an albino or something, but it might not be. Just keep an eye out if we go back down there. Also, if you do find it and kill it, please try to do as little damage as possible, because it would make an excellent handkerchief.
I'll let Vinny answer that.
Okay, so white rat. Either kill very gently or with extreme prejudice, depending on the situation. Got it.
Fair.
It's good you didn't tell me I would eat it.
I hate this.
I replied to Romulus, I am aware. I saw it going back into the sewer. It followed us all the way to the entrance.
Well, that's a fucking shady ass rat. I knew I should have thrown the fucking hatchet at it.
When did you spot it?
Back just past where we just past the manhole crossroad. Except yeah.
Yes, I can understand why you didn't say anything with the guard around. Fair enough.
I thought it might, well, seem a little bit foolhardy to to do something that would inevitably be loud, in case it's brought more rats, and could have drawn the attention of the Plague Knight.
I look up at Romulus and there's sort of like a faint nod of respect, of wisdom occurring.
Wisdom in my campaign. It's less likely than you'd think.
About time. Sasha had 20 for so long.
And now, what have you got?
12.
12. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
By the way, what was the name of the tavern?
The Serving Giant.
Okay, it does a brilliant alliance-ish breakfast.
They do pancakes.
I
And
don't
waffles.
suppose they do a Beastland special.
Whatever Lloyd had.
No, but seriously, we need to sleep and rest and eat and I don't know. And
Get clean.
Getting clean is the main one on it,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
are we going?
I thought we were already going.
No? Okay. So, you were having this conversation just before he otherwise came back out. You watch as the Plague Knight otherwise comes back out carrying what looks to be kind of a simple sack of what sounds to be several vials of some form, kind of just lightly clinking against one another. As otherwise carries it out.
Alright, we'll head back to the Serving Giant Inn. You can all get yourselves cleaned up. I got 1 for each of you, 2 for the 2 larger ones.
Gesturing to Cat and Romulus.
From there, we'll sort the rest out.
There was a part of me that really wanted to pull out, are you calling me fat? But no, I can't play that card.
You are considered large when
Technical-
grappling or covering with lotion.
Nice.
You're damn right I am.
That's why you use the oil of etherealness on Queglod, because you could use all of it in one bottle rather than having to risk not getting everything.
Mm.
Now, which would be the funniest body part?
Yeah.
Questions for another time, perhaps. So, you are all led back through the streets as you otherwise arrive at the outside of the Serving Giant Inn. The exterior, for some of you, a strange and otherwise sight that you haven't seen before. A large stone base and otherwise pillar-supported structure of what looks to be wooden-panelled walls and framed windows that otherwise bleed the interior reds, oranges, and blues of the lights from this 3-story giant structure. A large slanted slate roof and otherwise a number of hanging flower baskets are well kept and otherwise framed by the decorated stone and metal work along the edges of this structure's design. The door to this welcoming current location is otherwise locked, and as the knight otherwise goes up, he knocks on it with the base of his mace. There's a moment before it's unlocked, and you watch as another knight kind of peers out, and otherwise allows the rest of you in to the interior of this location. The interior is otherwise warm and otherwise fairly large for this ground floor of the establishment. It's a otherwise large open chamber with what looks to be a large dining area fitted with various tables and chairs for otherwise smaller or larger groups of respective sizes. Each of the tables seems to have what looks to be a lace tablecloth that goes over the top, as well as various vases of what look to be now not so fresh flowers given the situation in the city. The innkeeper in question otherwise looks over a bright blue or a bright icicle blue coloured male tiefling with what looks to be a typical arrow-pointed tail and a set of 2 coiled horns that are slightly shorter than most that you've seen, for those of you who've seen tieflings on the more regular. He wears what looks to be a simple green kind of V-neck shirt and jacket, as well as what looks to be a set of kind of darker browner trousers. He otherwise kind of leans over the edge and of his countertop, just looking at a book before kind of looking up at the rest of you. Ah, welcome back. And I see there's more of you this time. Are you wanting food or?
Yes.
Yes,
to
but we need to
everything.
get washed first, so if I
Rooms?
can head to our rooms.
Right, go ahead and do so.
Can we have food brought to rooms, or is it all down here?
I can get some stuff brought to your rooms, yeah. If you want to head to your rooms. The 2 of you who I've not seen before, you need rooms as well, I assume?
I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
welcome to bunk
amazing.
with me, but I am a bit of a blanket hog.
Excuse me,
No.
what did you just say?
I said you're welcome to bunk with me, but I'm a bit of a blanket hog.
There's the two of us in that room already. It get very crowded.
Mm.
Yes, no, that's fair. Hey, would you like a room to yourself, or should we share?
Can share. That's money.
All right.
It's not going to cost you a thing. The knights are paying, but at the same time, if you can share, then that would be better.
Sure.
Fine by me. Yep, one room for 2 people then.
Those reaches up. He otherwise reaches underneath the countertop, pulls a key, and kind of places it on the table. Get yourselves clean up. I'll send some food up when you're ready, and do enjoy your stay. And remember where you stayed once this is all over.
Oh, will do.
Thank you, Master Halligan.
Just Halleck.
I'm just going straight up. I don't care.
The rest of you go up to each of your respective rooms. For Vinny and Kay, you enter into what looks to be a rather welcome establishment. The rooms are somewhat kind of separated into various almost labyrinthian corridors and rooms that are scattered about this second floor. But you can otherwise see that they're within the rooms themselves. They are otherwise very well decorated, kind of a light feeling to each of them. None seem to be without a window to the exterior of this particular establishment, and you can otherwise see that the beds are well made and otherwise look very soft and squishy. But you otherwise enter the room. There are 2 separate beds in this particular chamber. You can see what looks to be a wash basin over to one side, a kind of water closet area off to one side through another doorway, as well as what looks to be a walk-in wardrobe for any of your things that you may have brought with you. But at this instance, I don't think you have many outside of what's in
Mushrooms.
your pack. They don't hang on coat hangers so well, but you can try.
If you spear them through, they do.
So, each of you begin to wash yourselves off. I would like everybody to give yourselves a D8 for the following day.
A D8.
If you're taking a long rest, that is.
I am taking a long fucking rest.
Yes,
Mm,
please.
This is me asking the party. Are you all taking a long rest here?
I would
Yeah.
love to.
Yes.
What time is it, by the way, where we're starting?
It is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Cool.
Okay, should we, I don't know, at least take an hour to discuss things and get our stories straight and plan what we do tomorrow before we try and sleep now?
Good idea. We could meet
Or
down
would
in
it
the
be
next
better
room.
to sleep now, then meet up in the morning, and then like early morning and hopefully get things sorted?
I was like, after you wash off and eat, it's about 4:30, and you can push it to 5 if you want to just waste time. But if you want to discuss stuff, then go ahead and do that now.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to discuss stuff. I would actually be quite happy to sleep early and be up as soon as possible.
That is fair. I'm down with that. I just want to make sure we get the discussion over with ASAP.
Mhm.
So presumably we meet in someone's room or in a booth somewhere, whatever works.
Not my room.
We just
I
all
That's
crowd
it's probably going to be
into the-
ours, because we got the biggest room, didn't we?
We do, yeah. It's because of the size of us, yes.
Speaking of Cat,
Mm.
given the size and that you are also getting Romulus's help, it will take longer for the 2 of you to fully wash off yourselves. So I'll actually say that it pushes to maybe 5:30 at this point, as you're beginning to discuss, because you need to spend more time being thorough given your larger sizes.
6 is still sleeping early. It's fine.
Yep. 6 is still sleeping early. Just keeping that in mind for if you will be going to sleep, you'll be waking up at around 2 in the morning unless you wish to sleep in, and that will be up to you guys.
Early mornings.
Well, there's one other thing that my character will almost certainly do before we go to sleep, which is go down to the inn stables.
Oh, I totally thought you were going to say jack off, but
Oh, wow!
Go
I'm
down.
sorry.
Go down.
I'm sorry. I just like ruining your day. I'm sorry.
I've already sent a letter in that direction. I don't need to do that.
So, and you were going to go to the inn stables. Okay.
Yeah, I almost certainly will before I go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, you go to the inn stables. Both your horses are being kept well. Neither of them seem to be in danger. It's just they're currently enjoying their stalls, but they've been cleaned out today by someone, so they are okay. By all
Okay,
means.
well, I will ask the stable hand or boy or whomever's there if they have. Bear with me. I need to go up here.
I will say it doesn't look like there's anybody around.
No, there's nobody around. Oh,
There is a plague knight currently watching, like keeping an eye on this stuff. Presumably because it's your stuff that's tied to the horse itself.
In that case, I might hop in and see if Hannigan's around.
Hannigan's always around here.
Yeah. Hi, Master Hannigan.
Just Hannigan.
You really hope we leave this in soon. This is gonna get tiresome.
Hopefully, yes.
Do you have any apples?
We do. Oh, just a treat or something?
Yeah, just a treat. Yeah.
Yeah, I can spare a few.
Oh, thank you.
Headcanon, this guy fully thinks you're going to be feeding them to Cat.
Who knows?
Never know. I might just save one.
Yeah, he gives you the apples. You otherwise go and feed them.
Yeah, I'm gonna save a couple for myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and then I try and find where the rest of the guys are.
Okay. Meeting up with the rest of them, conversation. Were you having it in a conversation in someone's room, or were you having the conversation downstairs in one of the booths?
No, we decided it was going to be our room, mine and Romulus's, because it was bigger.
Okay. You head into Romulus and Kat's room. You begin to discuss.
So,
I'm literally gonna just go straight in and walk over to Cat and say, "Hi, I have an apple for you."
Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna start eating it.
Your brethren down in the stable enjoyed it, so I assume you will do.
That's really rude.
yes, it is.
Like,
Can I loom intimidatingly?
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check. And
I-
Damien, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I will be using my my strength-based
mantle.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh, natural one.
Oh, okay.
So hold on,
I-
what are our totals here? Wisdom save is a total of
3.
My
3.
intimidation. I got a
It's a
natural
whistle
hang
one.
Hang on, what's this? Sorry.
wisdom save.
Oh, so what am I adding on here?
Your saving thing.
Your saving throw should be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got the saving throw. So am I just adding it on to the what I've rolled?
You're adding. Yeah, what you rolled, you're adding your.
Oh, okay, so that's 6.
Okay, 6 versus natural 1 minus
Natural
5.
1. Plus
So-
6.
Okay,
So
so
1.
7 down to 2. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You go to loom intimidatingly, and it seems the mischievous nature of Damien doesn't seem to care or notice. Like, he knows he's doing this on purpose.
Damien looks up at Romulus, a bit confused as to what he's doing, and offers an apple out to him. Do you want an apple as well? I don't think Minotaurs are too similar to centaurs and horses, but you seem intrigued.
I want to slap him. I want to slap him so hard. No.
Go
know
and
what?
sit down. Just go, sit down.
I will take the apple. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the apple, and then just very visibly like break it in half with my hands and start it with like my bare hands and then start eating it.
Go ahead and roll me a
Damien
d20
might...
for the break. How clean the break will be.
Oh, if I see this, I kind of want to attempt doing that just to see if I can flex.
Natural 20.
The rest of you watch as Romulus, in a slight huff of being ignored, goes and sits down on the bed. And as some of you are just looking over, you watch as he just just staring at the rest of you, places his thumbs on either side of the stalk and just kind of snaps it clean in two, in two clean halves, like he cut it with a knife, and just begins slowly eating pieces of it, almost like plucking it, like it's just taking off chunks and slices of it with almost like clean knife-like precision, and it's intimidatingly scary for the majority of you.
I want an
Damien
apple.
Damien nods approvingly to Romulus.
I throw one of the clean halves over to Kay.
Now it's time for me to be snazzy.
God, I
While
want a
this-
natural
while-
one.
Okay.
I don't care
While
what.
this is being tossed to me, while it's flying towards me, I would like to try and quickly get my tail out and kind of like cut the half in half again.
Go ahead,
Ah,
make me an attack
cut
roll.
the half into quarters.
An attack roll. Aha!
And I'll say, Romulus, go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your dex mod for this. This will just be for like how good the toss is.
It was almost another 20. That would have been.
I know.
That
it
almost
would've been
was.
great.
Yeah, critical hit it. Do bonus damage.
15. It's a decent throw.
Okay, it's a decent throw, and as you do throw it over, K, your total is
14.
okay. As Romulus otherwise underarm throws it just gently in your general direction, your tail quickly unfurls from being a belt now that you're on the surface again, and it swing as you otherwise kind of do a quick leap into the air and cut it cleanly in half. It's not a perfect half like Romulus is, but it is half enough that it falls down into two pieces. You land and catch it with both of your claws on either side.
Apple.
You like?
I think most people enjoy apples, but not
Ah.
because they're they're horses or cows. They're just good fruit.
I've met the right party.
I personally prefer a baked apple.
Surprised you didn't peel your apple first, just like you peel everything else.
I don't think you can make apple steaks.
I don't know. He'd try.
To be entirely precise, I'd take numerous apples and make an apple-based leather.
What?
Book binding.
Sorry to interrupt the interesting conversation. This is Lloyd when Chris is playing. Now that we're in a bit more private company, I thought I'd let you all know that I saw a white rat watching us down in the sewers. Shortly after the fight with the big ooze, it was just watching us and kind of backing up ahead of us.
Ah,
and
yes,
it
the
went round
creepy
the
white
corner
rat.
as we. You saw it?
Oh,
Damien
yes.
also nods.
Yep. Just couldn't really do anything with the Plague Knight there with us.
I saw
No,
it
I didn't
when we
want. I didn't want to say anything at the time, but yeah, I saw it just after the fight and before we were deciding what we wanted to do, and then that happened. So
I told you the rat god is real. No one listens to me. They think I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
Glances
No.
awkwardly towards Kay.
If the rat was organised enough to be able to follow us and stake us out, then clearly he has intelligence. It's the rat god.
I just sneer at Damien, like, no, stop it.
Just be careful. They'll steal
Don't
your
make me
food.
come over there.
I can give you another apple?
How many of these
You've
things
run
do
out.
you have?
you've run out of apples at this point. He gave you
I'm
a
gonna have to
handful,
get-
which is 4, and you kept a couple.
He's basically saying I'll get up from my seat and go down to Master Halligan again. Sorry, the horse is hungry.
No, you're having a conversation. You're staying here.
On that note, though, like, despite the fact the rat god is down there and ruling over his complete empire, and we're all gonna die to him one day, what do we think about that slime? The fact that it had a link. What do you think it was linked to?
I
Didn't-
think some sort of queen or hive slime.
Well,
For some reason, I just feel like some greater deity out there really likes hive minds for some reason.
So, we've got the rat god.
That's a good
and
use of
slime
metagaming right
queen.
there.
So that thing that we defeated was like a body part, rather than.
Quite possibly, or just a branch off. Maybe that was like a.
Hmm.
Maybe there's a central nervous system, and then there's just like breeding pods that link from it, like grapes. Imagine you've got the main body, which is the vine, where all the nutrients come from.
The stem. Of
Yeah,
the
that.
plant.
So maybe it's. Yeah, maybe they're kind of producing the grapes, so to say.
They're breeding
Okay,
pods.
that's a metaphor that's on my level. So we need to go and find the roots then.
Essentially, yeah. Which I think is going to be at the other end of that tendril that we attacked.
Ah, it's distillery. No?
No, didn't it go down? Didn't it follow the flow of the water at the
That's
crossroads?
towards the distillery.
Where was it heading towards?
It's, the
Lloyd
water was
Lloyd
flowing down
nods.
crossroads.
It was following the crossroad. It was going towards the distillery through the water. There was like a pulse and a natural flow of water as it was pulling it away and turning the small bits into green bits again, and almost as if reabsorbing them.
So, I think we know where we've got to go, or we've got at least a rough location, but now, we're going to have to act fast, because the knights are onto something down there, and they seem quite keen to get down there.
Yeah, they seem to buy that it was just rats for the moment, but they'll have to investigate at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to deal with the problem before they do and purge the shit out of the entire city.
Yeah,
If
that's
they're not
correct.
doing so overnight.
I
mean,
don't
hope-
imagine they'll do so overnight unless a slime comes up out of that hole.
I am really hoping they won't burn down the city whilst we're in our sleep.
Right. If we fall asleep soon, we can wake up early in the morning and try and get ahead of this thing.
So are we going back in?
Well, I mean, obviously, we've got to deal with this, because if we leave
Right
it to the
away,
knights,
We're not going to the hospice.
I don't think we have the time.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh. Who is it?
The rest of you weren't answering. You all in there?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're having
Yeah,
a
we're all in
party.
Us having a sleepover.
An apple party.
No, that's fine. Damien, you have a visitor.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get up and open the door.
Make sure you take an apple with you, and I'll throw a bit of apple that I've got left back in. Badly, because I can't
Make an
throw.
attack roll. This will be using. This is a. It's a
Oh,
fair
I will.
weapon, though.
I should specify.
Strength. Yeah.
Yeah,
I should
great.
specify this. Romulus has eaten his whole core and all.
Oh my
It's
god!
the same with me.
18.
18. Damien's armor class is 19. As you throw. Oh, you're not building your shield on them. There's no way. Yeah, it's on your back. Yeah. You throw the apple, and it hits the shield on his back, and just makes a ting sound as it hits the ground.
I just
Kate
sort of
quickly
roll
kind
my
of
eyes.
scurries
and
over and.
roll my eyes and keep going.
While I'm scurrying over, can I trip him? I want to trip him.
Oh my god!
Bully him.
Damien,
He's been
make
talking
me...
shit.
All right, Damien, make me a dexterity saving throw. I will say with advantage, and Kay make me an attack roll. Because Damien is currently standing still, and he's had something thrown at him, so he's aware this sort of thing might be
He
coming.
said he was going to the door.
He's
Oh.
at the door.
So dexterity.
That'll be oh no.
That'll be a 4. I'm
Uh,
tripped
okay.
up.
Okay. You watch as
22.
Damien falls out of the room, the door being opened prior. As Damien falls out of the room and into the landing, where the guard kind of the knight looks down.
You're all getting on superbly well. Your
Make sure
friends
you
da-
shut the door.
Your friend's downstairs.
I'm going to be just pretending nothing happened and getting up, but inside I'm raging.
You do not have this feature unlocked yet. Take a level in Barbarian to do so.
Remind me at the next level I can take some points from another class.
That'll be next level then. So, you head down to the lower area. The rest of you who are otherwise kind of having a conversation, as you otherwise head down with the Plague Knight in tow, you see sat across from the main stairway what looks to be a halfling individual. Female in nature, you see that she currently has blazoned onto a shoulder pauldron what looks to be the very clear sign of a silver diamond.
I wrote this down. I know who it is, I just can't find the name. That's brilliant, Ender.
Go ahead and roll me a history check. You see that she otherwise has what looks to be kind of dark brownish hair, otherwise comes down to about her shoulders, and you can see that her armor isn't fully plate or splint or brigadine like you're used to. It's just kind of a simple kind of tunic almost with bits of plate here and there for natural protection and signature. Total?
I got an 8.
If it helps, the pretense to her name would be Lady.
Yeah. So is that who I know? Because I just...
If you can control F, just to try and find it.
Ah, yes, okay, it is down in my notes here. It's just that I've got so little written down next to it. I've just got Halfling, Order Silver, Cleric.
Yep.
But yes, okay, I know the name.
Oh, okay. She
Uh,
otherwise looks up as you approach.
Lady Dellum?
Yes, you must be Damien. I heard you arrived ahead of me, with some of the troop I was travelling with.
Hang on, wait, I arrived with some of the troops that she was travelling with.
Ahead of the troop that I was travelling with.
Oh, I see. Yes, I did, yes. I arrived last night.
Are you intending to stick around and help with the matters that are going on?
I am endeavouring to do so currently.
Good. What sort of things have you found out so far? I've heard that you're doing more the investigation work as opposed to the healing and manning.
Yes, indeed. Hang on, who's around me? Can I make a... make that who's around me?
Looking around, no check required. You can see that Halligan's currently reading a book and not really paying attention, but it is a quiet room. And you can see sat near the door is one Plague Knight, and then there's the escorting Plague Knight that's currently sat near the stairwell on a stool.
Right,
Both of them seem to be doing their own thing, but at the same time it's an open room and it's quiet.
Right, okay, great.
There's one stranger in the corner slurping a drink through a straw.
I love this movie. It's a really over enthusiastic halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
If you don't have inspiration, have inspiration, because I got that reference.
Hey, thank you.
Well, we... look through my notes and discover what we've actually discovered. God. Well, when me and my companion came in, we got attacked by Anus on our way to this very inn.
I see. And are you and your friends okay?
We're okay, yeah. Yeah, we're okay. We got attacked outside the hospice as well, but I don't think we all pretty much got unscathed from those encounters.
I heard about the hospice, yes. Thankfully no one was hurt by it. I heard some of your companions needed a little bit of topping up, but they're okay?
Yeah, they're okay. They're all fine.
That's good.
They haven't divulged that they're like dying, so I think we're okay.
That's good. Are you getting some rest then after your day?
Yes, we are. We went down into the sewers to see if there was anything in there.
And?
Lots of rats. Some mushrooms. But otherwise, nothing overly of note.
I see. Well, if there's nothing yet down there, I imagine there might be something. They mentioned at the hospice that they'd sent that you guys went down there because you were thinking that was where it might be stemming from. Has there been any evidence to support that might be the case, or?
No overwhelming evidence, but we wish to continue our investigations.
Of course. Best of luck to you all. I'm going to be staying in the hospice for the time being. If any of you need any top-ups or any healing, by all means come by.
Of course.
If you can get to us, of course. If you find yourself injured and you think you can take some time to make your way back here, I might be able to help out with that. If you're looking to leave, if you're getting some rest now, I don't imagine you'll need my magic. It's better used elsewhere.
We should be fine for time.
Okay. You lot get your rest. And is there anything you need me to tell Vincent or Cassie? Or Tracy?
I'm so tempted to ask her to apologise to you. She'll pick it up, sure. I don't think so at the moment, no. Obviously, in case any messages come back from Peloon, I'd appreciate word of it as soon as they arrive. Otherwise,
I'll let you know as soon as I know. Okay. Alright, take care of yourselves.
and you, and
Oh, actually, before I forget, for next time you go in, you watch as she reaches into a small sack and pulls out what looks to be 2 vials filled with liquid. And she passes them to you.
go into sewers.
Wherever you're going to investigate, just make sure to use this if you need them. The red one will help with any healing you have. The green one will protect you.
Many thanks.
Give them to whoever needs them.
On you.
Good luck.
And you.
Add 1 antitoxin and 1 potion of healing to your inventory. Okay.
And the other one was potion of antitoxin.
Hmm?
Yep.
Yeah, potion of antitoxin, but it's traditionally just called antitoxin.
I mean,
But yeah, potion of antitoxin.
are they going in
You can
my-
administer them as to yourself as a bonus action, or to other people as an action, unless you wish to
Right.
give them to somebody else.
This is, of course, very different from the potion of antitoxin, who is a slime that will ruin your life.
Hello, boys. It's antitoxin.
I imagine she got like a full-on smoker's raspy voice as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm always watching, Romulus. Always watching.
You can do better.
Oh, I never want to meet her.
I've now come up with my next character.
Antitoxin?
Antitoxin.
Antitoxin.
200 episodes later, is he still doing that voice?
Actually, the voice is much worse due to the copious amounts of scar tissue I have now accrued due to doing the voice.
How to sound like a chain smoker without being a chain smoker. Bye, Harlan. Okay. You head back up to the room and see the rest of your companions otherwise sat there as you wander back in.
So when we go back, we're going to just head straight to the crossroads and towards the brewery then.
We could head straight to the brewery and try and find the way in there, but if it's sealed off, that might be a problem.
Also, I mean, the fact is us two trying to get down into a manhole.
Yeah.
Checking the brewery would be a good call then in that case. How much do you want to bet the Plague Knights didn't search it that carefully?
I suspect what they did was burn, 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 and then left.
That sounds like a campaign 1 thing to do.
You only know that because I told you, but yes.
No, no, I'm not.
I'll have you know
my
that
reference-
burning is
No.
very effective.
Hmm.
I may be referring to campaign 1 character.
I'm just remembering
Oh.
where.
He's not here
Please,
to get that reference.
completely.
He's not getting that reference. He's not here.
Okay. Right, so we should. So shall we check the brewery on the way to that hole? On the way
Let's
to our
check the
crater?
brewery above ground. If we can find
Yeah,
a way
yeah.
down, since I suspect a large factory would have large piping connections to the sewers in order to dump excess liquid, then that seems like a reasonable thing to do. We might be able to find a way down there. If we don't find anything, then oh no, we go over to the crater and get down that way.
Okay, so we'll disperse now. We should go to bed first thing in the morning since we wake up. Head straight to the brewery, inspect that, and then back down before the Plague Nights start. Question: has anyone asked your Plague Nights if it's okay to go at that time of the morning? Well, they're expecting us to go down there, and we've been given approval. Might be an idea to maybe just let them know that we're going to be leaving first thing in the morning, though. First light. Well, not even first light. We're going before then.
I would just try to avoid contact with them, honestly.
The thing is, we can't get out of here without them knowing. Because they're on the doors.
That is true. And I guess you can't exactly climb down a drain pipe.
No. No, I can't. What floor are... We're on the first floor, aren't we?
You're on the second floor.
Second floor? Yeah, no chance. Can't even jump it. That'll hurt.
Actually tosses a centaur out the window
It's
onto
not
the
really
street below.
quiet either.
Hmm.
It'll also be mostly mud and stone down there, so it will be quite uncomfortable landing if you slip.
It's okay. We'll send Romulus down there because Romulus broke a very good fall with Kay previously outside the construction.
I'm not sure if me and Romulus will be able to fit out the windows. Quite easily, anyway. Okay, so shall we reconvene first thing in the morning?
Yeah, I suppose.
That seems
Okay.
best.
Nobody's asked me about who just.
No.
Oh, I'm
they
sorry, we
need
don't
to.
care.
We figured it was your business, and we'll interrogate you when we get the chance.
No,
Yeah,
but
people are entitled to their secrets.
if you want to tell us, you can. But also, we're not going to pry.
I'll just inform you then that I've got some helpful additions to my pouches.
Yeah, what? Not more apples.
Oh no! Now,
Get ready to
Damien,
throw
I'm
something.
afraid those ads you see on the notice boards are not real. They are scams.
Ah, yes. Though you can put them in size order.
What, the apples or the other thing?
The ads.
I think on this note, I need to go to my room.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
You're all go back to your respective rooms. And you begin to
Dreams tonight.
rest up for the night. Is there anything any of you would like to do before we finish, or before you'll begin to take your long rest?
Rob some people
No.
How would you like to do that, Kay?
by sleeping. They're in my dreams.
Okay. Go
I
ahead and roll me sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
see if you can rob his own dreams. Oh my
Aha!
god.
Vinny, how many items do you have in your inventory?
Oh god.
That would be of a smallish size. Give me a rough number.
I don't know, a dozen or so?
Go ahead and roll me a d8.
Me? Okay.
You.
All right, what's the 7th item in your inventory? Of the list, which is roughly small.
A candle.
Okay, Kay, you add 1 candle to your inventory.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna sort of.
In the middle of the night, as no one knows, Kay goes sleepwalking entirely, wanders over to Vinny, rifles through his pack, picks up a candle, puts it in his own, and then just wanders back to bed. No one is the wiser.
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna sort of sit down with legs crossed and sort of, or like almost like meditate to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I've sort of calmed my breathing and everything, I get into bed.
Okay. Lloyd does the same as he meditates for a bit before he too drifts off to sleep.
I'm getting the hang of this not getting caught thing.
First it was a carrot, now it's a candle.
Yeah.
Oh
You
no.
can't stab anyone with one of those
first it
carrots.
was at least 400 gold.
Yeah. I will say, Vinny, you will notice at some point when the candle becomes relevant. That sentence was a lot harder than it needed to be, apparently.
Candle.
I'm awake now.
Hey, Suds.
Huh.
Got a job to do.
Oh.
You get to ban your first person.
Oh. Haha!
Wait, what?
Do your job. Alright. Cat or Romulus, was there anything you wanted to do before you go to sleep?
Well, I thought we were doing. Well, I thought because you were doing the Rob thing, we were already sleeping. Frankly,
No.
No, you're welcome. If there's anything you want to do.
as well as
No.
doing the big exaggerated yawn.
Ah.
Right. I don't know. Probably like a short workout. I don't know. What does Romulus do in his spare time?
Make more handkerchiefs.
Yeah. I'll probably just be there
Boom.
While
doing
he's
things.
carving up more rats to make handkerchiefs, I'm tucking Jeff into bed. But he's still snuggled up in the duvet. I've got a little
Okay.
bit of.
So I currently have 12 rat skins.
Oh, you.
What I'm thinking here is I'm going to, like a patchwork quilt.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I was thinking that or a beach towel.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm making like a quilt with the patches, and I'm making it out of rats and matching them up nicely, so to make a nice rat blanket.
You
Go
can be horrific
ahead.
at times, you know this, right?
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
deep
Go
kill.
ahead and roll me. Are you proficient in like leatherworking tools at all?
Not really. We've been doing it more of like on a weird
With a
survival thing.
survival and dex, yeah. So go
Yeah.
ahead and make me a survival check then, just for dealing with the skins at the moment.
Oh no, that is a 5.
The skins are very thin, and although some of them are quite useful, making a blanket, it's going to be made of like paper. You realize after beginning to like take off some of the fur and beginning to like prep it for any form of tanning or leather working or anything, you realize that it's going to be too difficult to work with for anything good. You're going to need to either mash these all together, or you're going to need to use the fur scraps, and you're going to need to make the choice because you can't. Because carrying around both is going to be difficult and get stuff mess all over your bits and pieces that you have in your bag.
You know what? I know what I'm going to do instead. I am going to make a multi-layered hat.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the fur gone then. You should make the.
So basically, I'm essentially going to like bind them together with multiple layers to make what is essentially a small beanie style sort of hat, just to go over the top of your head and be warm.
Well, it will stretch. So yeah. So
I think
Okay.
12 rats should be
You-
enough for this.
You That's a statement. You prep the rats as best you can in the short time that you have before going to sleep. You prep the rats for your hat project now.
That's obviously it's not completed yet, but that's what I'm aiming to do.
You're aiming to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You will get some sleep. You will kind of rest up for the rest of the evening. I would like everybody to go ahead and roll me a d20 and their d8, please.
D20.
What?
I just need to know the total result when adding the two together, and I will.
19.
If you've got a 1, do I need to subtract 5 from the
Correct.
20?
Oh.
Okay. Well then,
Not good.
I got a 2.
Is that with the d8s added on?
Yep.
Yeah.
2. Okay.
I got a natural 20 and a 3.
Why'd you roll? Why'd you
37?
roll 2?
No, I think the
sorry.
D8 is.
It's in the
Oh,
d8. This is 3. So yeah. Okay, so that'd be 28.
Yes, I rolled a natural 20 on a D8.
So yeah.
Yep. So you had 5 with that as well. So yeah.
28.
So it's 28 plus the rest of it. Okay.
So to be precise, I got 15 plus 4.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
14 plus 5.
14 plus 5. Okay.
I got 22.
22. Okay.
I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22.
Look at you.
Okay. And I need to roll for Lloyd as well. Okay. Okay. That's all good. You
We've
each
been
wake up.
infected.
You each wake up, one after another. Just, you don't know that. You each wake up, one after another. It's the early hours of the morning. We're looking at maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 2:30. It's hard to tell given that the sun's not out. But you guess, given how long that you've slept, it's early in the morning.
Okay. Spells. Okay.
What do I get with my long rest? This is
Oh,
my
it's-
first long rest.
That's fair. So over the course of a long rest, you all regain to your maximum hit points. You will all regain a single hit die for you to use, giving you a level 2. And if anybody has failed death saves, they're gone now. And you regain all of your resources that you had used from the previous day. So spell points, lay on hands points for you specifically, Damien.
Arcane recovery is returned. and
Yep,
spell
arcane
points is
recovery's
6.
returned. A lot of your one use abilities will return, so mark them all as back now. Okay. So, as you're all getting up, is there anything else you wish to do? Or what would you like to do, I should say now?
Oh, I've got my spells. I'm gonna change my bandages and.
I want to poke my head
Oh
downstairs.
shit! I just realised I speak Sylvan, so I reckon I'd be able to read the script of that bloody thing.
You would. You'd still have to make the intelligence check to decipher it because it's like 2 languages deriving from the same thing, but they're slightly different. So you got to try and figure it out.
That's
don't-
fair.
We don't
I
have the
just
letter
think
anymore.
I forgot that. I don't know. I don't know.
No,
About
I think
a
it's you
while
were
back.
never handed the paper because it got to Kat and then she cast comprehend languages before he handed
Yeah.
it to you, which was what I was waiting for.
Ah.
I guess I'm meditating briefly and then letting Lloyd, having Lloyd assist me put my armor on.
Okay. Lloyd helps putting your armor on, just otherwise fastening everything that needs to be fastened for the buckles and straps.
Spells.
Helping you with your shield in the early hours in the morning. It's not loud by any means, but it is making noise.
Are any of the rest of the party in rooms adjacent to her?
To a certain degree, yeah. They can hear you from across the hall, and given it's quite quiet at night, they can hear you. And there's a moment as Lloyd otherwise kind of turns his head towards the door, and there's kind of a light tap on the door.
Is everything okay in there?
Yes.
Okay, it's like really early in the morning.
It is. You're correct.
Well, you're not leaving now?
We were gonna venture outside. The inn, that is.
this poor dude.
Clarify that before we just say we're just gonna escape the city.
Right, okay. Right.
That's one very pissed off, just
Oh,
recently
I'll get
awoken knight.
I'll get myself ready. Are the rest of your party also going to be doing the same?
I believe so, yes.
Right, I'll meet you all downstairs soon then. I'll make sure Halligan's up to... No, I'll leave him. You won't... Don't worry about food. I'll meet you downstairs to discuss what you're doing.
You hear him otherwise trudge off.
I feel so sorry for these dudes.
I need to inform them. Conversation happened, and then you all just went, "Nah, we don't need to inform them."
Well, to be fair, I think my hope there was, if we just sort of go early in the morning, we might be able to just be like, you know what, you guys look tired. We are doing this with permission.
Blessing.
So do you want to just you guys nap whilst we do our thing and just come meet us later?
Oh, you've got to get downstairs first. You'll prepare yourselves. You'll head downstairs. You kind of see he's there. If anyone's rubbing eyes through a mask, it's him. You can tell from his slumped attitude he is tired.
Are you all right?
Not
You
a
don't
morning
look well.
person.
I didn't know when you lot were going to sleep, so I was,
Oh, we
still
went to
up.
bed very shortly after we went into our rooms.
Apparently, I was not aware of this, so I'm...
Apologies.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
I would offer you an apple to wake up, but
Like,
I don't trust
where
any-
do you all want to head?
we're going back to the... Oh, no, going to the brewery.
We're going to check out the brewery first, since we heard there was some stuff out there, and if we don't find anything, you know, the stuff with the drug people.
Yeah.
Then if we don't find anything there, we'll head back into the sewers.
Right, I'll travel with.
You don't happen to
Okay.
have any spare torches or anything we could borrow for the sewer venture, because I'm pretty sure we're running low.
We don't carry torches on us, no. We usually have our maces to light the way.
Don't worry, I'm well aware of how to make impromptu torches. I shall get right on that once we're outside.
Just gonna smack on the back of the leg. Don't.
Very simple. All you do is you take the rat fat and put it on a stick with a cloth.
As nice as this is, let's head out.
Yeah.
So, I'm tired, and it'd be better if we get to where we need to go first.
Are you sure you don't want to just have a rest? We
If
can
you go
do this.
wandering out there at night, you're more likely to get attacked than arrested. So if you're with me, at least you'll be fine.
look after ourselves.
All right.
Let's
I mean,
let's not
Okay.
poke the
I
sleeping
mean
bear.
the plague
Yeah,
nights.
right. Let's go. If we find some place for you to rest whilst we're looking around, that'll probably be ideal.
I'll be able to sit near. What I'll do is I'll probably help you to try and stay awake with everything.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Coming down
If I
into
like-
the sewer with us.
Okay.
That'll wake him up.
Can I like take out a gold piece, put it on the counter, and try and like shuffle my way into the kitchen to find some coffee or something?
Coffee? Alright, go ahead and roll me an investigation check with disadvantage because you have no light source.
I
The
Why
light
not?
wandering around.
Coffee.
I mean,
Let's
fair.
see what you find.
I'm going in to find cheese.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and
I
roll
will-
me an investigation check. then as well.
I'm just looking what my investigation is. Okay, it's not minus. That's good. That's something.
Are we
Actually,
seriously
robbing-
looting the kitchen?
Yeah.
I'm leaving a
gold
gold
piece.
piece. That will
You put a
more than
gold
cover
piece.
anything.
With disadvantage, they're
Oh, yeah,
Romulus,
forgot about
yep.
that.
Yep. That's
Well, it's already gonna be at most. Oh no, it got worse. That's a 3.
okay. Bumbling around in the kitchen, you kind of wander around before the rest of you hear the pang, pang, pang as various metallic objects hit the floor of the kitchen, while Kay is kind of swiftly dancing around, just avoiding all of the falling metal objects, including a few knives, as he otherwise kind of goes to the back of the room. What was the total?
I got an 8 total, but
8. You go around. There's no food out here. It's
Can
all
I-
been cleared away and removed. There's
Oh.
no scraps, no nothing.
all right, I'm getting up before anybody shows up. I'm
Yep,
out.
that's
Okay.
fair. I also do the same.
My character's just sidling off towards the door to wait there and disassociate himself.
Yeah, you watch as the Plague Knight kind of turns around, and just goes,
No, actually, you know what? I'm in the kitchen. Can I? Is there any way for me to light a stove or fire or something? And not like no. As in,
I'm leaving.
I'm wanting to boil some water because I have tea on me and I have some spices. I was going to make some chili spiced tea to wake this dude up.
Oh my God.
go ahead and roll me a second investigation check.
That is actually a thing, by the way.
Go ahead and roll me a second investigation check to find the stove, not make more noise, and potentially light something on fire that is the stove.
Also with disadvantage, I presume.
Also with disadvantage.
Oh
Can I
my
just help him?
god.
5 by 7 in.
Hey! Could not have gone worse.
Can I just help him?
Can you
I'm
help him?
there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in
That's
the
a natural
kitchen.
1. I want it to go through.
The 2 did land first, so if I was being assisted.
I know. Let's put it this way. Kay, do you have inspiration?
Yes.
I will allow you and Romulus to expend your inspirations to quote unquote
You know what? That's not worth it.
succeed this. Okay. All right. In which case, that's a natural 1. You go to open what you think is the stove. You go over. You kind of find the large metallic object. And you kind of okay, this must be it. And you kind of wriggle around a little bit. Okay. You reach into your pouch. You pull out a tinderbox. You kind of set a spark. Nothing. Okay. You keep going. You can't seem to set anything on fire. There doesn't seem to be anything flammable. And you're like, it hasn't got any wood in it. So you go over to one area and you find what seems to be like this large kind of a heavier object. You assume it's wood. It feels kind of barky, and you place it next to or into this, and you kind of light it, and it catches. It's great. You otherwise have put what looks to be this smoking bit of wood on the inside of the larder.
Oh no! I put it out immediately, please God.
Go ahead and make a survival check, as this is beginning to catch.
Help.
I am
I
willing
know
to
what's
spend.
happening.
Disadvantage because
Can
you
I
can
just
see.
run?
I can see now. It's on fire.
I will say, Kay, you have left.
I am
you said you
running.
were leaving the kitchen.
I am done. Nope.
Okay, 17. I
Okay.
quickly padded out. Fuck.
Okay. I will give you a choice, Romulus.
Mhm.
With the 17, you can put it out. That's perfectly fine. You can either take a single point of damage to use your hands, or damage the rat skin hat.
Oh, karma.
I take a point of damage.
Oh,
Fuck you.
you're a
Depending on-
savage.
You take a point of damage as you otherwise pat it out. The fire clings to your hands like, just blowing onto your hands. You're kind of patting it out, and it goes out. And you see that the hard object that you had found was indeed a bit of a log, and that you'd otherwise found what was the bottom half of the door for the main way into the larder. As you see, it's made up of 2 halves: one that swings open and has what looks to be grapes hanging on it, and the other one which is used for otherwise if you need to go into the larder itself.
Right, yeah. I'm going to move the wood back where I found it, and I'm going to leave, because this has
Okay.
not gone well at all.
Okay. You leave the kitchen, and as you otherwise do,
I leave
plague
another
knights-
gold piece there.
You leave a second gold piece there? Okay.
Yeah,
Leave a
yeah.
second gold piece on the countertop before you otherwise leave. The Plague Knight just goes, "Are you done?"
Yes, we're leaving. We're leaving very quickly. Very quickly now.
Right. Let's get going then. You're heading to the brewery, you said.
Yes, that's
Yes.
the intention.
Delivery here.
Right, we'll head there then.
On the way there, I'll
Okay.
give Romulus a bit of cheese. One of my blocks.
Oh, thank you.
bits.
Okay.
Have something
I
to
eat
at
the
least.
cheese.
I would like 3 people of your choice to roll me a d6, please.
I will volunteer to roll a d6.
I don't mind doing one.
Someone else do it. I've we've seen that my rolls are not going well today.
Just
I'll
one
go
person?
2.
Okay. So 2, 1,
One.
5.
Is it just
Okay.
one person?
It's 3 people, so it would have been
Oh,
so
okay.
Kat, Damien, and
Sorry, I got
Vinny.
distracted.
No, that's fine. Okay. You otherwise making your way through the town with the guard escort with you, with the Plague Knight escort. You do travel through the barrier that's in place, as there are a number of Plague Knights otherwise patrolling. But you see that the one that you have with you has otherwise lit the end of his mason light, so it's kind of a bright white light, kind of perforating the area around as he otherwise holds it up and just travels through, almost carrying it like a torch amongst this area. You travel through, are completely uncontested with the Plague Knight with you, and you otherwise eventually reach the outskirts of what looks to be the burnt down brewery. You see the carcass of what there is of a stone foundation, large number of wooden supports leaning in and some away. You can see large areas of almost this charred mess and dust that seems to have gathered around the edges. Some of it's blown away since the fire was lit. The large portion of the building has collapsed inwards, otherwise not smouldering, but still with the kind of the clinging black ash attached to the majority of it. You can see it was once a fairly large building, and you can see where there are still bits of wall and pillar that otherwise rise up. They may be supported a second or potentially a first, maybe even a second story.
Okay, guys, what are we looking for?
Access, I guess? I don't know. Access or any evidence of activity.
Okay. Have
Well, I
we
guess
got
we'd
any
be look-
sources of light besides the knight's mace?
Do you?
I am not
what
using my
what light
yet.
level is it outside?
Currently, looking around where it's actually, I need to roll. That's a good point. I need to roll for today's weather. Okay, it is cloudy out today, and given it's cloudy and overcast from yesterday's vaguely clear weather, with it just being an overcast night, there is no. Actually, no. Is there a moonlit tonight? Give me a moment. I need to go and look at my astrological chart.
Lunar cycles.
Yep.
The werewolves are coming out tonight. Werewolf wheezes.
Not yet.
It's a werebear.
Okay. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually,
Oh,
no.
God.
It is actually a full moon.
it's not one full moon. It's a double full moon tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. It's the werewolves and the werebears.
As you're, as you are otherwise looking up to see what it is, even though it's cloud cover tonight, you can still see what looks to be the otherwise the kind of a darker bluey green light that is otherwise streaking down, almost cutting through portions of the clouds, where you can see this almost dark sphere in the sky behind the clouds, and what looks to be almost white, slightly pinkish tinge of the other moon. For those of you, I'd say, who know this tradition, who's proficient in survival and history?
Oh, I'm not survival, just history, I think.
Yeah, just history.
I got.
No, I am. Survival and. Yes, survival and history. Huh.
Okay. As is Lloyd. Good to know. Otherwise, looking up and seeing this, you see that the otherwise whiter, slightly pink moon that's full is known as Kuana, Kuana, and the darker moon is known as Oro, Oro. And it to be a full moon means that you are exactly in the middle of the current year.
Oh, row.
Or you're on the last day of the 6th month, to be more exact.
Interesting.
And you know that tonight is traditionally a very special night for various creatures of lycanthropic. No,
Lycanthropic nature.
There we go.
Nature.
Lycanthropic nature. Yes.
This is why they pay me the big bucks. I know words.
You
I
know
can
what?
say them.
Yep.
I know the word. I do. I
Mhm.
know the best words.
Okay. So we're looking for. We know what we're looking for. So, I guess
So,
spread out.
in answer to the original question, then, what's the light level like tonight? It's a double full moon, and despite the cloud cover, it is considered dim light all around. So those of you without dark vision, you'll still suffer the disadvantage, but the light from the mace is extended. So long as he is nearby, you'll be fine.
Cool.
Because it's
Right.
not darkness.
Well, let's get to that them thar burnt ass brewery.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, was it technically a brewery or a distillery? As there is a slight difference.
It used to be a distillery, and it was converted into a brewery,
All right.
And it got
Noted.
burnt down.
and then got burned down. So it's neither now.
It's a hollow shell.
Who would like to lead the investigation checks here? I will allow 2 of you to lead.
Not
and
me.
Then
I'm
Not
pretty
me.
good at investigation.
Okay.
Who's the second person?
I mean, I find Kay to be the inquisitive type.
Okay. So Kat and Kay, go ahead and roll me investigation checks with the assistance from the rest of the party, unless anybody would like to do anything else.
So is that just a flat roll, or a?
If it will be with advantage unless we've got people doing other things.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to be standing guard. I'm not going to be too much help. I'm just going to
Okay.
keep my
So
eye
you
out.
make me a perception check. Anybody else want to do anything?
I need someone to help me move things that are heavy because I can't.
Also, Romulus is helping you to give you advantage, and Vinny, did you want to help Kay?
Yeah, I'm helping to look around.
Okay. Go ahead and
There you
give
go,
me
nat
investigation
20.
checks, you two.
+5, so that's 30.
Well,
Okay.
Both
Still
with
roll for me. You can
advantage?
find something fun. Yep, with advantage.
almost not 20.
Almost. So, okay. What's the total?
17.
17. And what was your perception check?
8.
Okay, looking around, you kind of give a cursory glance to the surroundings. No, nothing of interest. You do hear the sound of your party members doing various things, and the Plague Knight who's standing there, otherwise holding the light up, kind of wandering around. As you're digging through, kind of pulling up bits of kind of burnt lumber, kind of scratching through as best you can to find various things, you find bits and pieces of old metallic workings, and you get a very memorable smell. It's faint.
Oh,
You remember it.
smell?
Remember it? Yes. When you and Vinny were chasing someone. It's faint, but you
Oh,
find it.
no.
But you
Oh.
smell it, and you're like, no, I remember this smell. And there's a moment of kind of like a flicker of almost like you remember, and then you don't, but you know that you smelt it.
I am trying to find this smell.
You otherwise have a look around, and with the investigation check, you find what looks to be the remainders of an old vat. It's been burnt and mostly destroyed. But as you kind of go over to it and sniff, the smell is stronger. Go ahead and roll me a charisma saving throw.
Yep, here we go again.
Oh no.
Ugh. Come on. Alright. Fuck.
You go and you
Uh,
sniff.
7.
You sniff for a moment against the edge of it. And then you find yourself turning around for a moment, and you're like, wait, why was I here?
I hate this shit.
A moment of like memory lapse as you forget that you were affected by it, but you still smell something odd. And there's kind of a moment of, I know this smell. I've had this effect before. And it kind of flickers on like a light bulb, which then immediately shatters, and you're like, I have no idea what I was just doing. It's like when you go to a room to do something and you forget why you got to the room. When you get to the room, you forgot what you were going to do. It's that vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
We've all been there.
I hate this shit,
Mm.
man. I don't like it. Whoever made it, I will find them and I will end them.
I was half expecting you to say eat them, but yeah.
They're in Hampshire.
Nom 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 nom. nom.
Just because I said end
No.
doesn't mean I'm describing how they're going to be ended.
Fight me, Jamie. So
I will eat them.
Get a
Meanwhile-
flight to Heathrow. Get away.
no. Meanwhile, while this is going on, and Vinny, you're kind of noticing that Kay's acting a little bit strange as he kind of sniffs, but then kind of stops and shakes his head, almost like in light confusion. Romulus, as you're over helping Kat, you kind of lift one of the large beams and push it over to one side. And as you're going around, Kat, you see almost like this light glint off of something, the light reflecting off of something. You kind of move over and you kind of dig through a little bit of the soot, and you find what looks to be some form of like hatch, but it's a double door hatch, one that would open down at an angle.
Okay. Can you?
And you can see that it's the wood itself for the hatch is mostly untouched.
Hmm.
You do see what look to be scratches and burn marks over the top of it, but it's untouched.
Untouched. So, okay. So, alright, if I rub the scorch marks, do they rub off?
Yeah, you otherwise kind of take the look at the scorch marks. You otherwise kind of wipe them to one side. You get a few like light splinters, and there is a little bit of burning where it's been burnt on the top and singed. But the wood itself seems to be pretty much untouched. But you can see that most of the soot and scorch marks on the top of it is just soot that's fallen from the building above.
Okay. Alright. Romulus, see if we can carry on clearing this out.
All right.
I'll help with Mage Hand trying to move what I can.
Okay. You easily enough, with the strong timbers and the broad body of Romulus, you begin to push bits off, kind of pushing them to one side. The Plague Knight comes over, kind of carrying the light and holding it, and kind of looks down at the double door, at the otherwise hatch doors.
Good find.
Mm.
Hmm.
I suppose it leads somewhere.
Well, I mean, my theory is
Could
either
well
a
do.
basement, which could lead to the sewer, or just
Could be
a
a-
straight up basement.
Could very well be a direct lead to the sewer if they had a direct valve down there.
True.
Possibly.
So, guess we
Either
go down
way.
and investigate.
Yeah, I'll help clear this off.
Yeah, cool.
He begins to help clearing that off.
At that point, I'll call out, guys, we found something.
Okay.
All right, be right there. I'm gonna go over to Kay and lay a hand on his shoulder.
Mhm.
You all right?
I know I've been affected by this, right?
You do, yeah. You
It's-
smell the smell and you recognize it, but it's like I've been affected. By what?
It's the stuff can makes me forget.
Oh, from before. Is
Yeah.
this where it's coming from?
Somewhere over there. I'm not getting closer to it anymore. I'm tired of losing my memory.
He turns around and points towards what looks to be kind of an old, kind of slightly caved in and melted vat of some form.
Okay. Without breathing too deeply, can I take a brief look around this general area?
Go ahead and roll me your choice of perception or investigation. They will yield different results.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go for perception. See if I can
Okay.
see anything over. Well, never mind. Yeah, it's a 7.
Wandering over, kind of getting a look around, not trying not to breathe too deeply. You can definitely kind of almost taste the flavor of whatever this is in the air, and it has a vague kind of almost licorice flavor. But you otherwise kind of hold your breath to a certain degree, kind of covering your mouth and nose. As you otherwise wander around and you begin to have a look through, you don't see anything significant or anything that stands out. You see the metal is mostly warped from the heat, and where there may have once been glass on it has otherwise shattered. If there was any liquid, it's presumably burnt up in where the fire took place. As you can see, a large portion of it has otherwise been bent open. That's about it.
Well,
I
sign of
am slowly backing my way towards them, but I'm still keeping my eyes out for anything.
Okay.
yeah, I'll do a. Can I do a look around as well, since everyone seems to be doing a.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you clear off the last of the rubble and you kind of stand up and take a look around.
Oh, that's sad. 12.
12.
Presuming that's a perception.
Yes. You look around. It's dark out. Beyond the radius of the light, you can't see much. But there doesn't seem to be anything of interest around your current area.
All right. We should probably head
Lloyd,
down together
you-
where possible.
Can Lloyd notice anything? Has Lloyd seen anything?
As you look, as Lloyd's otherwise looking around, you don't seem to have noticed anything. Your friends and companions have otherwise split off into two groups, it would seem. You see Kay and Vinny are looking around. You see that Vinny is currently covering his mouth and nose while wandering around what looks to be kind of this almost large cylindrical metallic object with bits of it broken off and bent.
Vinny, what's going on over there?
I will stand back up so my face is not too close to the vat. Nothing. K thought he found he smelt something, but there's no sign of anything over here.
Oh, okay. Does he
Sorry,
smell
I heard
things
the
off?
call. What? Oh, K's nose is quite sensitive.
In that case, maybe I should have a look.
You're welcome to.
I think I shall. Is there any recommendations on approaching this area that you like would make?
Other than it smells quite bad.
I guess I might wrinkle my nose a bit.
Okay. Make me your choice of perception or investigation. They will yield different results.
I'll give an investigation. Which
Okay.
I'll go. That is a 19.
You wander over, and although you are you wrinkle your nose and kind of cover your nostrils a bit, you do still kind of smell it a little bit. Almost like a licorice taste, but it's very faint and almost subtle. Kind of catches the back of your throat and almost tickling it. As you otherwise kind of step up and you look around, you peer into the inside of the vat, kind of seeing what there is left, and you can see almost this light crystalline, almost residue on the bottom.
Do I note the color or anything?
There's currently not enough light here to note the color without a proper light source.
With a wrinkled nose and trying to speak as clearly to other people as possible. Guys, there's some kind of weird crystalline thing in this vat.
Okay. I'd say Romulus, you're the first to note this, but the Plague Knight's currently absorbed with the door that Cat's found.
Okay. Now this has been pointed out to me. Can I take a look?
You may. You look in and you can see it seems to be almost a faint lining of residue, almost like when you've finished drinking a cup of tea and you've got that ring around the edge that kind of you can't get at fully. It's that sort of layer, like a very faint layer. The rest of the liquid is either removed, siphoned, or burned off, while a small bit of it is left.
Is there any wood around here left, by the way?
Plenty. Most of it's burnt, but plenty.
If there's any that's not burnt, I'd like to make some impromptu torches, if I could.
In this instance, I'd say probably not, given how thoroughly the building was burned, with the exception of the trapdoor for some reason.
Which probably then won't burn. Okay.
While they're
I already
all
swore I
doing
picked
their
up
searching and
torches, didn't
stuff, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay,
See if there's something going on around here.
good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were just looking around, Romulus, for just any wood, or were you heading over to the other group? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay.
Very good.
Anybody else doing anything?
I just called over, but I hadn't had a response.
So we can't see the residue very easily in this lane.
No, you can't see it very easily. You can't denote its color or anything.
Is it inside of it or?
Inside the vat, yeah, it's just kind of a lining around the inside, almost like a dried or crystalline residue.
Can I speak while I'm prepping
Yes,
the ritual?
you can speak, but just not in long sentences, and it's usually quite broken up.
Okay. Okay. Put in vial. Inspect later.
Good call.
Does anybody have any spare vials?
I have.
Going to go over to Cat and acquire a vial.
Okay. Go and acquire a vial.
Saddlebag
back to the
left. I'm busy. I'm casting.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd gone to Master Halligan now. I just could like stick an apple in you.
Okay. Right, so I've got to take another vial out of my inventory.
Yep. Okay. You take the vial over. I will say, with maybe the tip of your sword, you otherwise scrape a little bit off and put it into the vial. As you otherwise hold it on the end of your sword to otherwise observe it, the crystalline powder seems to be almost a yellowy silver coloration. A little bit more on the silverish color. It's not like any alcohol that you know.
Okay.
That's not normal.
No. Last time we encountered this stuff, it had a strange effect on Kay. Nothing dangerous or anything. But that was also the same time that we found this. I will pull out the brooch and show it to him.
Hang on. That brooch rings a bell for some reason. I've noted that.
It's shaped like a leaf cut in half. Which is the
Yeah,
same
that's what I
symbol as the
thought.
on
Is this
on the
this the
letter.
one with the leaf cutter mark? Huh.
Yes, it is the leaf cutter's mark.
Isn't that letter have a leaf cutter's mark on it?
Yes.
It did.
Indeed.
Oh.
Yeah. Lloyd comes over and otherwise has a look at the residue. There's a moment as he kind of pauses and looks at it with this strange sense of familiarity, but then almost like a sense of not quite sure.
I'll look in a minute, but busy.
Okay.
You
So,
guys remember what happened last time you noticed this smell?
Brief, short-term memory lapses.
Ah.
Just a couple of seconds, but
Okay.
But of course, this is the smell of the residue.
is anybody proficient, which isn't Cat, proficient in medicine and nature?
Bear with me.
I'll say with the exception of Kay and Vinny here, because you've already encountered this stuff and you didn't know what it was
I
at the
mean,
time.
I'm not proficient in either of those things, so I didn't even bother to check.
All I got is
No.
insight, perception, and survival that have any possible bearing on this.
No, probably
I
not.
somehow doubt athletics would work, as I doubt me flexing at it would do anything.
I like to
Damien?
believe it.
I've only got medicine. I'm not proficient in nature.
In nature, okay. No, in this instance, none of you seem to know what it is. And even when Lloyd does speak up, he says he recognizes it, but I recognize it, but I don't know what it is. It rings a bell.
I really wish Sani was here. He'd definitely know what the drugs are.
Well, in that case, then, I think this confirms beyond any doubt that we're looking in the right place.
At
We
least
can
for
investigate
this.
this later. Did somebody
Sorry.
say they found something?
Oh, yes. The trapdoor, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As you head back over. Oh. You're going to say hello?
Sorry, just quick thing. Has the Plague Knight looked at the drugs yet?
No, he's currently holding the light over Cat while she casts.
Maybe take it
Um,
over in that direction.
Maybe we should let Cat do the cast first, then take him over just to double check it, and then head down.
Yeah.
Whilst everyone else comes over and has a look at the hatch to see if there's anything there.
That sounds
Sorry,
good.
trapdoor.
Okay. Looking over, or as you otherwise head over, Cat, you finish your casting of Detect Magic.
Mhm.
You detect the following things.
Oh.
You see on your companions, you see that Vinny has a single magical object of a ring around his finger. You see that Romulus's shawl carries what seems to be a residual magic of some form. Not harnessed or entangled to it, but seems to be almost a residual magic from whatever it's made of, almost material-wise. The various magical objects on you that you know about. And you note the Plague Knight, his mace is magical, as is his mask. And you also note a magical source around the handles of the trapdoor.
What kind of magic?
I believe abjuration, but let me double check, because I need to double check what this one actually is.
If it's a spell, gotta be abjuration, right? Maybe enchant.
Abjuration. Yeah. It is abjuration.
Okay.
Okay, right. There's abjuration magic on the handles to these doors.
Go into the handles of the doors.
Okay.
What happens? Touching. What happens?
You're touching it? Oh boy, hold up.
What happens?
Don't touch.
Hold
I
on.
need
Just Cat's like, don't touch. Too late. He's touched.
Personal notes, K's details, abjuration. Oh boy, you start sweating bullets.
It's hot.
It's very hot, and you instinctively pull your hand back as it almost burns your hand.
Okay, warm is that? Okay.
It burnt you.
Abjuration. Okay. What
Wait.
the hell was up with that man stand? Holy shit.
So, what did you lot find?
Just some crystal stuff in the vat over there.
Did you get some in the vial?
I think Vinny's got
Go to
a vial.
Does it just look normal?
It's a crystalline residue and powder, kind of a silvery gold color. Are you proficient in medicine and nature?
No, only nature. And there's nothing
In this
magical about it.
instance, no.
Okay, cool. Okay, it's not anything magical, or
No,
it
and
just
the
must be a substance of some degree.
Yeah, the Plague Knight doesn't seem to recognize it either.
Okay, well there's abjuration magic on that handle, so I'm not too sure how to go about opening it without potentially setting off something. I can't just spell it. Okay.
I can only
I
think
have
of
an
one
idea,
thing.
but it's a really bad one.
Well, I mean, I can try Mage Hand from step back and see if I can open it just that way.
We could always wake up Desmond and blow it up.
No, let's not blow my stuff up. Okay.
But
Everyone.
if you think it's a trap, there'd have to be some sort of key, right?
Well, potentially, if it's magical, I'm not too sure if there's a specific command or something like that. It might just. I don't know.
It doesn't say speak friend and enter.
No. No. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
And, I mean, if it's associated to some degree of substance, which you found in that keg, which, at the same time, we're quite close proximity to where we found the body of the drug person, then I'm going to assume that it's the association that is linked to that is going to be linked to this, so they're going to make it so it's not easy to get into. Or at
For
least
anyone who
cover
isn't
stuff
there.
up. Yeah.
Bit of a long shot, but let me try something.
Okay.
I'm going to take out the brooch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna wave it in front of the trapdoor.
Does it do anything? Do I see?
Oh, who just disconnected?
Suds?
Me,
Suds?
for some reason, my internet cut out for like a second or two.
Okay. As you otherwise kind of take the brooch and you wave it in front, you watch as the handles flash for just a moment, and then you hear a ting from the other side. And you watch as both of the doors loosen slightly.
I hate these people.
Okay. Well, that seems to have done something. Should be able to open it now, but carefully.
Oh, but don't worry. Careful is my middle name.
I'm going in.
Okay.
I'm going to open the door.
Okay. As both of you reach down and grab a handle each, you pull it open. And as you do, the two of you smell an immediate smell of something strong and acrid. You immediately smell, and Vinny, this is a smell you are relatively familiar with, given your longer lifespan for this sort of thing. And same with you as well, Romulus. And you as well, Damien, to a certain extent. As you are all greeted with the smell of rot and decay. And as you otherwise pull the doors open, you see down what looks to be a line of stairs leading into a lower chamber, the Plague Knight otherwise holding up the light. You see that the light otherwise reflects off of the stairs, which are slick, with almost like a thick green mucus, otherwise runs along the interior. And you see in the center of this chamber what looks to be almost this pulsing green cyst.
Oh, not again.
Not a large one, but you see a small one. And inside you see what look to be 3 corpses currently in the process of decaying, all of whom are of elven line. And you watch as the door opens, you watch as all their heads snap in your direction. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Well,
Yep.
Well done.
Finally. Maybe we'll get somewhere.
Opponent. So, as our group of individuals arrives at the distillery, uncovers the way down and makes it past a magically locked door, finding the remnants of the survivors who were trapped down there from their little operation. Well, if we can call them survivors, of course. Finding what's left of them, anyway, along with their Plague Knight buddy who's half asleep. We will leave off there and come back next week and see what kind of wonderful gooey things reside within this wonderful interior. Thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next week for more D&D.